Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the Chamber of the Eight. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited for today. Like I mentioned before, today is a very big session that is pivotal to the final act of Phase 2. It is an opening up. It introduces a lot of element, a lot of lore, and I am very excited because I get to DM essentially everyone from my offline campaigns. So it's a bit of it's really nice. It's a reunion of sorts with everyone. So I'm super excited to be doing this. So I'm gonna go ahead and unmute now and see how our players are doing.
Say that.
Hello.
Oh, I looked into the iris again.
Hello,
Finally.
everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How's
Yo,
everyone
dude.
doing?
Hi.
Really super good.
Good.
How come Braun is level 11 on level 10?
Oh my god. Again.
Yeah, sorry, I leaked.
Well, okay, so that's a good question. Bronze technically level 11, but has the hit points of someone who's level 8 or 9. He's
Main the hit points I'm looking
That's
for, Chief,
pathetic.
is the
He's-
6th level spell.
he's dual classed right now. So he's dual classed currently as a doesn't matter. Bronze not in this one. What's going on?
It really matters to Joe
Sorry,
slash
Joe is
Sterling.
No,
flexing.
Joe has a
it-
Napoleon complex with leveling.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Joe. It's Sterling. Because I remember in the offline campaign, Sterling specifically wanted to best Bronze. So that is
Oh,
And funny
Yeah.
thing is,
Only
he
talked
never
about.
did in all these
he's already
years.
in character.
It was pathetic.
Well, Sterling. Yeah, Sterling doesn't know that Braun's still out there. So that's also like there's a
Yet.
lot. There's a lot of things that like a lot of story that can happen with Sterling. Just like Sterling can literally have his own campaign at this point in time. It's absolutely.
Yeah, if I don't die
Is
here.
this shit canon?
Oh god.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Is this? You mean this session? Is this session
This
canon?
campaign.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, this is canon. Gmart, what are you planning? That's
No, I just.
Yeah,
Well,
go
Look,
on.
if we all die here, it's gonna be wild. That's all.
yeah. it's-
well, yeah.
that's true. You know what? That would actually
See,
be
I'm one of the only ones here who wasn't plucked from an active campaign, so I feel
Mhm.
like I can kind of
Oh
cut
my-
loose.
Oh my
Me,
God.
Trick.
No,
Don't
no,
let me
Sterling.
go. I'm a wild card out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
I would love the if the conclusion of this campaign is everyone fucking dies and that it literally shuts down 3 campaigns of mine and like, oh, now what do I do?
Well,
I wasn't planning for
Brett.
this. That's okay. It's all right.
No, but really, I wanted to tell
the
Joe's
vibe of
character
misdemeanor
something.
will really change.
I'm gonna be Sput's gonna be a few seconds late. I don't know if I was supposed to read that out or not. I am adding one quick thing.
Dude, I never thought I would see
A few
some
seconds
character
is kind
ever
of a
again.
wild thing to say when you're already 10 minutes late writing in a message.
Also, when you're typing,
Hold on.
Yeah.
I just got a DM from Sput. Said, don't read this out on stream, but I'm going to attack Sput's character first.
Okay.
Sput,
said
I realized I
that?
just said
Said that
Sput. I
to
realized
you?
I just said
Sput
Sput. Yeah, I
said
realized I just said
that.
Sput.
Sput's
I realized I
character,
just said Sput.
okay.
That didn't really work.
So Sput's gonna attack himself. Okay, cool, awesome. That's
Like,
interesting.
dude, I fucked up with my words. I panicked. I looked down the list. I didn't see any names. Everyone's name was blurry.
Hey, you get one fuck up. It's okay, man. Don't worry about it. Don't
What's
worry.
your one
That
of the
was your
night,
one.
dude?
That's your one. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody gets one.
I am. Give me 1 second. I'm wrapping up one final thing. Some macro actions will not be available during today's session, and that is okay because there was a lot of you. So who's well, you're good.
nice.
Sput.
Sam.
That's it. That's the end.
Oh.
I've got most of Patch's abilities, which is Rapier and Sneak Attack. I know Patch's has another ability. That one I haven't had the chance to add yet.
The only one that matters, dude. What, from the grave?
Yeah, from the grave. I can add that
Oh,
really
I
quick.
can just do that manually. Who cares?
Yeah, I can also add that very quickly. Also, Sput, when he made his character, I was like, oh, these are a lot of fire spells. So I just kind of like left it alone as like that's Sput's kobold is just him lighting everything on fire, which I thought was
did
pretty
you
cool.
not? Did Sput not level up his guy?
So Sput did. He didn't prepare spells though, so those were all his domain spells. So he was like,
Oh.
so he was like,
Why
he,
isn't
he was like, I'm the healer, and I'm just like,
Also, his
you don't
kobold
have-
was level. His kobold was level like what, 3 or 4?
was 5, so
And
it leveled up
5,
to
and
9.
we bumped him up to 9, which is
Yeah.
quite a
why
leap.
didn't
Dude,
Why
where's
didn't
Gub?
Sput play? Oh, Gub died forever ago.
Dude. Yeah.
Rest in
That's
peace,
yeah.
Oh, right, we
found
killed
his,
them. I forgot that.
We
yeah.
found his bod.
bro.
Wait,
Um,
what? Oh, are you talking about Gub?
Gub
Yeah,
of Gub water.
Of
Gub
Gub
water.
water.
big evil
Turned
thing.
it into a magical crater, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm also assigning
Why
most
isn't
characters.
Sput playing his druid?
Because are you talking about the one that
Also dead.
died during the fight against Void?
Oh, right.
He clearly didn't leave much of an impact, Brooke.
Oh my god,
I
I'm like
remember he
really
died.
I missed.
Wasn't
getting
he in your
confused
fucking
now
group?
about what
Like,
characters
what?
we're playing.
Yeah.
Spot was in your group, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Sam.
I'm getting confused, dude. We all play new
Well, I'm
characters
happy-
now. I
Why
forgot
are you
that
talking
his
to, why are
character.
you talking to me, Spot? What are you trying to say?
You won't even box me on TV.
I don't want to box you on TV.
Lord, I know.
What do you
watch
mean?
I'd probably be tried
Brett.
for murder afterwards.
Yeah. What's up? What's up?
I
What's up?
can have a 6th level spell from level 11. You should consider it.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god. The
I would
emotional bargaining.
I would. You should
What's
consider
your
it.
counteroffer?
You know, if we're friends. My
Counteroffer is no.
my counteroffer is you're level 10. You're already the highest level person of the party.
Wow.
I mean, if you think
Make
about
them
it.
all 10. I'll go 11.
No.
Oh boy. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take level 10.
yeah.
I get some good shit at 10. Hell yeah, let's go.
I turn the buddy against you.
All right, I think I've got everything set. Let me go ahead and double check some of these. Okay, yep, everyone's got their stuff. The only one that doesn't have Sput's healing spells have not been added to macros. That'll be added by next week.
What the fuck?
Return from the grave. Dude, spellcasters
Am I
are
actually
hard.
the tankiest?
No. Wait, I should be. Well, not. My armor class makes me tanky.
You are
but not
definitely the
tanky.
tankiest.
Yeah, Pikel is an armor class of 20.
I mean, I'm 19.
That's still
That one makes the
higher
difference.
than.
I don't know if you know this, but 20
20.
is higher than 19.
No, but I have more HP
It's
than
like
you.
level
That's
10, level
the
9 kind of
tankiest.
thing.
You have to factor in HP as well as AC. You know, it's not important.
Oh.
I'm not. I don't want to be the tank.
Right. God,
I just
well,
am.
I have.
It's unfortunate. It's a curse. It's a cross I bear.
I have missed this group, so I'm very happy to be DMing you all again. I am getting everything set up now, and are you guys ready to begin?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, just get a couple of things. I wanted today's session to be perfect. It's like like a nice like a nice dinner from, like an old friend you haven't seen in a very long time. So I just wanted to make sure everything
I
was
saw you last week, Brett.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We actually just played the other day, yeah.
Yesterday, Brett.
But Sput's here now, guys.
Okay.
Sput's here,
That's
okay?
true. It's been so long,
Yeah.
Sput.
Wait, I need to go
Spot
get
yesterday.
popcorn. Hold on.
I'm here too, guys.
Sam.
Oh, I see you every day.
character.
But I love you.
I see you every day and I love you.
Oh shit. Oh my god. God damn it. All right. Give me
Like,
one.
I know it's the first time I've played in a Brett game for like 3 years. Hi, guys.
It's not.
Hey,
has
man.
it? It's been.
Hi.
It's
Been a hot minute.
It's been a hot
It's been 2
minute.
years.
It's been a little over
1 year.
1 year. Yeah.
Last feels longer.
You know what? The interesting fact is, the last time I DM'd Sam was the last time I DM'd Sput. So that is
Aw.
a fun
Sam,
fact.
Would you like DMing for more?
Yeah.
And we were, Sam and I still lived in LA.
Whoa, that's crazy.
No, oh god.
Years.
Oh, man, that's good.
It's been a while, yeah.
I
The
look
last
at
time
I look at
you
my
felt
hands.
COVID.
Yeah, I would say I look at my hands. They've aged 3 years since the last time I've
Mm-hmm.
DM'd
Making all those
everyone.
macros, yeah.
Oh my god.
Busy
Why should
work,
your
Brett.
hands check your age, dude?
It's, you
check
you
your
count the rings.
spells.
You count the rings. Sput added the spells. It's just they're not as macros, so we'll have to manually
Oh,
roll
he'll be
for this
fine.
session.
He'll be fine.
All right. So
Just before you start there are a couple of villains in our campaign here. I mean, we got 2 goblins.
that's true.
Hey, simmer
It's-
down.
2
Goblins were good.
Oh, we're just going in hot. All right.
Yeah, the roleplay starts when Brett starts the clock, Josh.
What is happening to you?
You okay, dude?
A lot of J names in my life right now.
There's approximately two.
Name 3 J names.
There's 3.
Name
Who's the
them.
third?
Name them.
Uncle John.
You don't.
How often are you?
starts with
Alright,
a
anyway,
U.
go on.
Is that son and J at the front of Uncle?
Brother Josh. Uncle John. Joe. Joseph.
Chose.
That doesn't sound that confusing.
You can't use
How-
both
3 different
variations
names.
of my name.
I'm sorry, Joe. I confuse you as my uncle often. Like
My uncle and
me
my
and
brother.
my uncle.
Very uncle type figure. Like I like
Uncle brother,
That's his
yeah.
pizzazz.
Yeah.
Just got uncle vibes.
Yeah.
To be fair.
All right. One moment. One final moment. And is this the one? Nope, that's the Discord. And
Like we
Can't believe
navigate
Brett
the
asked if we
minefield.
were ready, and Brett wasn't even ready.
I know.
Well, he was stalling and hoping we'd say no, we're not. Which
Yeah,
I guess
I'm
we're
not
Oh,
ready.
that's right. That's what confused me.
I just got trouble with J names. Do you know how many B names we have in this like friend group?
Mhm,
Too
mhm.
many.
Oh yeah.
Don't say them out loud.
Time to
I was
vote
gonna
him out.
say, I love the
No,
name.
don't do it.
All right.
Have we got more than 3?
Not in
Uh,
this group specifically, but like
in the
in-
friend group.
in
I
the
don't
friend
know.
group. Boone, Buck,
Oh, I guess yeah.
Brett, Bree.
Those are handles. Those
Yeah.
are
I
different
mean-
from real names.
Benji, Bree, Bet, Boone, Buck,
But
You said
we-
bet.
but
You said
we-
bet. You said bet. You didn't say Brett.
and my friend Bitch, aka Joe,
There's 4 of us in this call right
Go on.
now.
and
That's
Brooke.
true.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh,
Is it too
yeah,
late to roll that
yeah,
Constitution
yeah,
saving
yeah.
throw again?
Yeah. Huh? What now? What'd you say? Repeat that again.
Is it too late to roll that Constitution saving throw again? To
Yes.
Not be here.
100%. 100% too late.
Guys.
Of the group, the only one that didn't have to be here because the failed Constitution saving throw was Benji, and Benji went through. So
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
Rest are us
Thanks,
in.
man.
All right, Brett didn't even let me roll. In fairness,
yeah. Well, in fairness, you
Roll
know.
now. Roll now to see if you
Yes,
would have done
then
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
roll now, roll now, roll now.
go ahead and roll now.
Wait,
Go ahead and roll
rolling?
now.
I want to roll.
Go ahead and roll now.
You already rolled, didn't you?
Right?
When?
Uh,
we had a roll?
Not quad. Quad didn't roll. No.
we're rolling con save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Quad
con
save.
saves,
He's
guys.
getting that one. He's getting that one. Watch him.
Roll. Quad gets to roll.
Hold on.
Good.
And
Are you
roll 20.
Hang on, I can't roll. I don't have anything. I've got like an NPC sheet in roll 20, so I've only got like my base stat.
slash roll if you want.
I'm rolling
There you
con.
go. There you go. 13. That's a 15. Yeah, you both would have failed it. So.
All right, well, fair enough.
Ah,
Yeah, there we go.
compulsory. You have to be here.
If I'd have rolled a nat 20 in this moment, could I have left?
If genuinely, if you wanted to, just for the sake of the game, I would let you so I don't break reality around me. But I'd be very
you re-roll?
disappointed. I'd be very disappointed. What do you mean re-roll? No, Bree, you can't
Worry,
roll
Brett,
now.
if we
You're
still need
done.
aid,
I,
I'll come
I didn't do that. It was
you.
accident.
Okay.
You're not coming. Wait, no, you
Yeah.
failed.
Oh my god.
You're here to stay, bro.
Sterling and his absurdly high rolls at critical moments.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Alice, no.
No, A-list died, dude. I can't believe.
Hey, I got
She
it out
drained
now.
my nat 20.
Man, I can't believe it. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me get that there. Okay, cool, awesome. Also, very nervous for today's session because today's a big old session.
You're doing great.
Hey, thank
Yeah,
you.
you got this. Don't worry. It's
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I loved everything you've
expect a
done so
lot.
far.
Well,
Love
thank,
it.
yeah,
Big fan.
thank you. Yay! Thank you.
I love that level up scene where I hit level 11.
Dude, the one from the future? Are you like a seer?
I loved it when I hit
Describe.
level
10 minutes
11.
from now.
Cry.
I'm gonna punch whatever I see first, and I'm gonna get that level. God damn it! All right. So, let me get recap what has happened in the corresponding campaigns that have happened. Those that have been watching Goblins, those that have been watching Misdemeanor, making sure.
Oh
I'm not
man, I'm
forgetting
gonna get
anyone.
some spoilers I need.
Those that have been watching Astral, no spoilers. It's just what happened at the end. A
That's what I
searing,
need to know.
a searing bright light appeared within your vicinity. It blinded whatever was in your room, and specifically took focused individuals with certain traits. You all were required to make a Constitution saving throw. If you failed the Constitution saving throw, which everyone did except Model, not now, Sterling, you were taken away somewhere, ripped through. Sterling, shared something of note. You are free to share it now, Sterling, that you experienced when the white light was pulling you through, shifting you to another location. You can keep it to yourself, or you can share it with everyone. I believe you also shared it with Dodger as well.
Yeah, share it with the class.
In or out of character?
Out of character. You can do, or you can wait till in
character?
character. You can do
Okay,
out of
yeah,
character or in character. It's up to you.
Experience bright light ones.
Okay. And
That was so
Why should I
quick.
tell you guys?
fucking.
Well, we're not our characters, Joe. We'd like to know
Yeah,
as
that's fair. No,
friends.
that's a fair
I'm going
point.
to
It's when
pry
you,
at
it's
you
when you
in
guys ascended to become gods as your previous characters. You know the thing I rolled over a 30 on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's,
I was there
that's
for
when I
that.
experienced the white
I
light.
remember.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's so. Congratulations, you guys are gods.
Woo!
Wait, no, I want to go back.
And what are you?
I'm just a man standing in front of his group, asking
Wait,
him to
send
be
me
his
back.
god.
So
Now I think that's it, right? Like it's just that the bright light was what I experienced to Sterling.
it
when
was
he,
it was a familiar feeling. That is correct, because you do remember something tearing at you over 500 years ago, pulling at you, but for some reason it refused you as you witnessed your friends get torn away and vanished. Sterling at that point then appeared within the ruins of Atlas, an ancient city that began to explode and blow up. You had a couple of actions to get the fuck out, or essentially died. I remembered that. I was ready to, if you did not plan correctly, Sterling was gonna fucking die. And yeah, you teleported there at that point in time. Alis begins to wander over the void, curious what is happening.
Wait, this is like where we are.
No, that's not where you are. This is not where you
I was like,
are.
we're just in a line.
It's just a roll
in the
call. Yeah.
void.
Look, someone in chat said they couldn't see me, so I did a little walk around the aisle, you know?
Very
Shook
cool.
me.
So, with that, the light has dimmed after pulling you through. Model, you pursued through the light, and you've
Yep.
arrived at the other side. As the light shifts over, you appear to be in some sort of cavernous area. As you look around the place itself, the cracks that are deep within the stone, this area appears to be ancient in design. Over the sides, you see an endless void, a pit of darkness. Falling down could certainly mean your demise, if not grave injury. To your north, you see what appears to be an ancient archway of some kind. Still shaken by the light that has pulled you through, you look around to see other individuals. Can everyone see out of their token, and is everyone able to control their token? I want to make sure that I connected everyone correctly.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. With
Sam
that,
didn't say, yeah, he moving.
Sam?
He
Yeah, he's
good.
good. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, with
Who's the
that,
anime boy?
you look down over to what appears to be a Shayne. Feel free to describe yourself to Patches.
Which one's Patches?
What?
The one to the north. Sorry.
Well,
Just pretty much just a pale-looking boy with white hair and sort of tattered, I guess, not really a robe, but more like tattered cloth as his clothing. But that's all you can make out just by a glance.
Okay. I'll just kind of go around to see what everyone's general reactions are, if anyone starts to lose their mind at that point in time. I'll actually do a roll for campaign. 1d4. If it's 4, then it's going to be Gmart or Sam's character. Rolling the dice. Cool. Thank you. But. Okay, so, Shayne, Zahani, what do you do when you first arrive and see everyone?
Which one of you brought me here? What do you want?
Give me another one. Give me, motherfucker.
It's just me.
we can't
Aelin-
talk to you yet.
No, it's fine. Everyone's free to talk at any time.
No, we can't.
Okay.
We have to wait our turn, guys.
Alis and Sterling, when you guys arrive at the light, you see a panicking young man walking around. What are you two doing at this point?
I think immediately Sterling's going to go and kind of stand near Alis a little bit protectively.
Mhm.
as
What is
a kind
this?
of
Where
referee.
are we?
I'm not quite sure, but hello, everyone. What do you want with us?
Patches, as well as Sput's character Dalp. What do you two do as the light has bathed over you and has seemed to have shifted you into a new location? What is your responses to this? As well as Gmart, as far long as Qua. We'll start with Dalp. Dalp, how do you respond? The
I'm
light
just gonna,
pulling
like-
you here.
He's gonna sit down and just start rubbing his eyes. Very bloodshot eyes, mind you, because clearly we went through a big light thing. Extremely sensitive to light. So he's just gonna sit down and rub his eyes, kind of in pain a little bit, really disoriented, doesn't really know what's going on. Just kind of stay quiet.
Okay. Qua, what are you doing?
Qua kind of steps up to the group a bit and just goes,
You're probably wondering why we're all gathered here.
Did you do this?
I was wondering the same thing.
I missed Qua. Patches, how do you respond?
Patches will begin to walk backwards, and they will pull 2 daggers. And their eyes will be flickering between everyone nervously.
With that, Pikel and Model being the last ones to arrive within the cavernous area. How are you two responding? Model?
Based on where I last was, I'd probably draw my knives.
Yeah.
And Pikel?
Alright.
Yeah, she would hold out her ladle protectively, her giant soup ladle, and kind of look around and look at Model.
Is dead?
No, I followed you. I'm not dead, am I? Maybe. Who are you? I'm Qua. Who are you?
Wait, have we met Qua before? I'm trying to remember.
No.
I haven't.
Okay, okay.
No.
I'm getting confused with Eleonora.
You are getting confused with Eleanor.
Yeah.
Name's Mottle, mate. This is Pickle. Hello.
and then Qua's gonna start like, are we on like dirt? What is the ground like?
The ground itself is of a solid rock, deep, dirt covered, like I'd say, not molded earth, but like earth that ancient earth has filled over the deepened cracks itself. It feels a little sandy, a little dusty underneath your feet.
Qua's gonna bend down and kind of start assessing the soil a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Alis would kind of look around and go, they're all just as confused as we are, and try and see, is there anything above us, or is it just darkness?
As you look above, you kind of see what appears to be the bottom peaks of what are the spiky rocks? Is that stalagmite or stalactites? I always get those mixed up.
Tight
is on the
is ceiling
ground.
because it's holding
Tights on
tight.
the ceiling.
Might's ground, tights.
Yeah.
Tight.
I
So
hold on tight.
So you'll kind of see a little peak of the edge of stalactites, but the height itself is just seeped in darkness.
Right. Well, if everyone here is confused why they're here, then clearly we were summoned by someone else. We seem to have a host, but a peculiar gathering of people, I would say.
So we are not dead?
Oh, no. Quite the opposite.
Not sure yet. He's not very confident in the whole not dead thing.
How would
No,
we
no,
be
no.
dead?
You're dead.
We were
not
literally
dead.
plucked from a dinner.
Yes.
You were eating dinner too. Wait, was everyone
What
here
happened?
eating dinner?
Hold on. That's a good point. Finding
He's also
a
eaten
common
dinner,
place.
I'm eating quite often.
Can I look at this thing? This like
Absolutely.
Skull patches.
So, Alis, you'll go over to the archway to investigate it further. Qua, what are you trying to assess with the soil that is underneath your feet? Anything in particular you'd like to know?
If it could host plant life.
If it is the plant life that I'm thinking, this would be suitable.
Oh no.
Tight.
I don't like that.
Shall I leave? I'll leave it alone at that point for now, Qua. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, I'm not. Yeah, tight.
Oh, okay.
No.
Alis, you look over at the archway. It appears to be ancient in nature. Feel free to roll me an Arcana check. You can also use religion if you'd like.
Not bookworm.
I
have seen this in the book?
I will allow bookworm. I will allow
yeah.
bookworm check.
16.
As you begin to assess the archway, something you probably would have read in a book once or twice, this appears to be some sort of magical gate. It is currently not active.
Okay.
You will, however, with your passive perception, begin to hear a light humming within your mind as you approach the gateway.
He'll turn and to Sterling say, "Do you hear that?"
Do I?
Sterling, you do not.
Hear what?
There's like a humming noise over here.
Sterling, as you approach the gate, you begin to hear the humming noise within your mind as a sparkle of energy begins to emanate from the opening.
I'd step back.
The humming silences. The crackle of energy begins to mute.
And we exhaust as we go closer.
Well, it started to activate with one.
Qual, you
Started to
begin to
open with
hear
two.
you begin to hear the humming noise as well within your mind.
It kind of just keeps pressing on.
Careful there, fella.
What?
We don't know who our host is. We don't know if they're gracious or more parasitic. Perhaps we should all get to know each other first.
Qua kind of cranes his head to like the left a bit, looks around a bit to like the right a bit, and he's like, "Nowhere else to go."
Well, perhaps we don't go anywhere just yet.
Kind of backs away from the gate and then plops down on his butt. Sits down.
Well, I'll start, shall I? Name is Sterling Smiles. I was previously just in a good company.
Who was the? Was it the senator of?
Senator of Brisbane.
Brisbane. I was in Brisbane, meeting with the senator, along with my companion here, Alis. We were part of a ship known as the Misdemeanor. A pirate vessel that we just traveled across the sea. Felt its bright light come and we were pulled here.
Wait. You were meeting the senator of Brisbane, mate?
Yes, that's quite right, yes.
Pickle, who was it we was talking to?
Was it the senator of Brisbane?
No, I don't think
It
so.
was also a senator of Brisbane.
What?
She's like scratching her head.
Don't remember seeing human at dinner, but maybe.
Yeah. Well, there was
Uh,
cheese, wasn't it? And there was Clarence.
Yes, we had
Saw a
loads of
couple
cheese.
humans.
It's
Were you the
a
guy
day.
serving the food?
They served,
What is a cheesel?
It's a very confused
brand
goblin
of cheese.
boy.
Oh,
No.
Sounds delicious.
No, you don't want to try eating him, mate.
It's not good food.
And who are you over there?
I'm gonna point at Patches.
You're quiet.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, if you would look
Dude, this is
closer,
like-
you would see
This
that
is the shy kid called out times 100.
This,
Or
this,
bend over
uh,
and squint, it's like you're 50. You're like 70 feet away, dude. All right.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, they just stare at you. If you would look hard enough, you would see that their mouth is sewn shut.
All right, he's gonna run up to you then.
Uh-oh.
It will immediately swipe at you with a dagger.
Try and wait. I guess I can't really parry or anything. I'm gonna try dodge the dagger.
I am free to allow a role play of a like a dagger feint if you'd like, unless you genuinely want to. Oh, we're going in for an attack. An 18 to break your armor class.
My armor class is 19, so it doesn't.
Oh, what the shit?
You managed to.
What is wrong with you goblins?
You step back immediately as the dagger swipes over to you.
All right, can I pop a full splits to get like low?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Your legs stretch out a little bit as you do a split underneath the dagger.
Nice dagger.
They will disengage backwards away from you. Still
I like
tense.
your moves.
Just so you know, the goblin is like half your size, just FYI.
Yeah.
Okay.
On closer inspection, you'll notice that this looks like a corpse. Like their head has been reattached and stitched on at some point. Their hair is matted with blood and mud.
Bloody
And they're just
hell.
staring at you.
I like your dagger though. That's pretty cool.
I was gonna get up and hobble over towards Patches. And he's gonna get a good look.
Yep. That one's definitely dead.
What?
Explain the whole dagger swipe thing then.
Aelis's head will whip around.
I mean, look. Walking cadaver.
Interesting.
You mean like magic? I don't know. Well, can they talk? Hello? Hello? Can you draw? Can you write?
It looks like it understands you, but it doesn't want to respond.
I'm gonna offer a mushroom off my back. I'm gonna pluck a mushroom and I'm gonna hold it out like feeding a wild animal.
It stares at your hand like, what the fuck is it gonna do with that mushroom?
I offer it.
Grind it down, I suppose.
Aelis will walk over and kind of like root around in his bag and pull out a book and open it. There's nothing in it, but he'll kind of like point to the blank book and hold a quill. Do you know how to write?
It will nod cautiously.
I was gonna look down at the mushroom, then up at her mouth and realize
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but that was also
look
fucked
back
up.
at the mushroom and then back at the mouth and then back at the mushroom and then back at the mouth and then he's gonna pop the mushroom into his mouth and he's gonna spin around and walk away.
Aelis will set the book down on the ground with the quill and kind of like, because Patches still has like a weapon out, right? And just kind of like leave it there and back up a little.
What about you, little guy?
Stanley's looking directly at the kobold.
Just gonna stare up at him. I'm 2'2", I think, so I'm just gonna look directly up. Stop!
What was that?
Dolp! The Gorgolo Morglos?
I'm not quite following.
That's okay. Just look back down.
Oh my god.
Right. And you, little goblin lady,
Is me? She points to
who are
herself.
you?
Is Pickle? Is Goblin?
Yes, yes.
Is who are you? Strange man ask me name.
Sterling. Human.
They're all named after food.
What kind of food?
Cheese, pickle. Sterling is a fish.
Oh,
Yes.
don't like
That's
fish.
Mm,
What is a zahani?
It's tahini, mate.
sounds exotic.
I am exotic.
Yeah.
from Asshole Academy?
She gestures at Zahani.
Oh.
And where is that
Yes.
place?
What is that place? Did you say?
Yes.
Well, a lot of bad things happened there, but it was a school. It didn't teach me much. It's more just fighting. Weirdly.
You go to asshole school.
No.
Yeah.
I do not remember the actual name. I did not pay attention. I did not study much either. My best friend
Stay in
died
school,
there.
my friend.
Oh,
Jesus.
Come on.
Sorry.
yeah. Anyway,
Pikel's gonna pat Zahani on the calf, I guess. Whatever. there, buddy.
Qua and Sterling, you are currently hearing the humming noise.
Well, perhaps everyone should just. Could everyone
Once
come a
used to
little
it at this
closer to this gate?
This thing?
Yes, the archway.
Zahani, you begin to hear the humming as energy begins to crackle within the gate.
Seems
I
like
do
the
not-
more of us that are close to it, it'll activate more.
I do not think
Bikel.
we should go in there.
Bikel also begins to hear the humming, and Aelis's assessment is correct. As more people begin to get near to the gate, more energy will begin to crackle and open, as you'll hear the sound of a light humming noise. The gate itself appearing to activate the more people are near it.
Is
Model's
there
gonna... Oh, go on.
Sorry. No. Go for it.
Model's just gonna quickly elbow Sput's character and say,
us goblins gotta stick together, right?
I'm green, but I'm definitely not a goblin.
Huh?
Pretty messed up of you to assume that he's gonna walk away. -1, buddy.
Qua's gonna poke Zahani. -1. Qua's gonna poke Zahani and be like, well, wait, did you go to the... and he's gonna think like really hard. The Arcane Academy?
No, it was called the Space Academy, I think.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Astral Academy.
Must
It
have
was
been
that is the
yellow.
one.
Listen what I said, Asshole Academy.
The Asshole Academy.
How did you go there and you don't remember the
Okay.
name?
Hold on,
I
hold
don't-
on.
What?
The most curious thing there is not him forgetting the name. It's the connection of us now knowing we've been there. So,
What?
all connected in some way. How else?
Aelis will look at Patches, say, "Have you been to the Astral Academy?"
It will frown at you, and then it will walk over, pick up the notepad, and thrust it into your chest. It has no intention of sharing its name. And then it will
Aelis will
approach the
eye
gate.
roll really obviously and put it away. All right then.
That might be the butler of this event. Aelis.
Just a side note, I can't flip my character for some reason.
Yeah, the
don't
flip
know
is
why.
not enabled in this one, unfortunately. So
Unreal.
You have to
Oh.
do flips in your mind, yeah.
yeah.
Pretend I'm looking at you.
Well, we all have one thing in common, but it can't be our level.
Because that would be
Fucking
hidden
hell.
knowledge.
Stares at the lens.
Oh my god.
As you all begin to approach the gate, is it everyone's intention at this point to approach the archway?
Not go in. It seems dangerous. I do not
I
want
could
to go
start
in
a
there.
campfire. I
You don't wanna go
do.
through.
Are there rocks around?
There are.
Aelis will pick up a rock and chuck it through the portal.
As you'll see it throw through the gateway and land on the other side.
Can I walk around the backside of the
I would
gate?
like to go through
Yes, you can.
ASAP if it's open.
Well, so as you approach, Bikel, are you intending to get closer to the portal?
Sure.
Okay. Dalp, are you intending to get close as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So this happens. As all of you begin to gather around the archway, you begin to see energy crackle from it. a strange energy, both of arcane and divine nature, as well as some astral presence. Alis, as well. I would say Alis specifically. You would notice this magic as ancient sources of magic, when Arcana and Divinity were linked to Div and Void, and not linked to the astral. This magic seems to be centuries old. As the portal then ripples and stabilizes.
Whatever it is, it's very old.
Anyone got something?
Qua steps through.
Oh, I was going to throw a stone through first, but fair enough. Okay. If he
The
dies, then
turtle, he is hasty. Yes.
it's quite ironic.
It's not.
He's-
Here's the thing. He doesn't like rush through. I don't know if everyone's like standing around like, what should we do about this? He like the second it pops open, like it's almost like an elevator door open. He just kind of shuffles his way through the portal to make his way inside.
All right. You'll see Qua shuffle through. Does everyone else also go within?
What does it look like from behind, Brett? Does it look just the same?
It would look the same thing. You would actually see a
Can I
translucent.
see through?
Yeah, so you see a translucent form of the portal, as you would then visibly see everyone from the other side. As Qua approaches and walks through, he does not walk through to the other side. In fact, Qua would vanish and become translucent with the portal, eventually fading away as he would walk further within.
Well, that's weird.
He might be
Did
dead.
anybody know him?
No.
Who was that guy?
You guys want to have some food? We have rations.
I am hungry.
Let's have a pickle party.
Yeah.
I don't know if I regret this, but what is a pickle party?
She's gonna look so offended. She's gonna like clutch her invisible pearls at her neck. And she's gonna waddle over to Sterling. She's gonna shove the big pickle jar right at his chest.
Is not know of pickle party?
Well, I know the two words separately.
Is ever had the pickle?
Yes, actually, I have, yes.
He's never had the pickle like this one.
What have you done differently?
It's not tell. It's just try.
She's gonna unscrew the jar and hold up a pickle to him.
He takes it.
I'm gonna be wildly gesturing behind Pikel to be like putting pickle in my mouth, miming it, and then doing thumbs up like it's good.
Right. Can I maybe
Like instructing him.
Yeah.
Like a dad being like, "Come on, try it. It's great."
You want me to now? Can I not just? Maybe I'll save it for later. You know.
Unflinching, she just stares at you wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, waiting for you to eat that fucking pickle.
Right. Bottoms up, I suppose.
She's nodding aggressively.
Takes a bite.
It is a briny pickle.
Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm happy to say it isn't poisoned. Good.
It's
Yes.
not poison. It's just delicious.
Yes. Yes. You some sort of saleswoman?
Patches, do you walk through the portal?
Yes.
Oh, oh.
You just find dead Qua on the other side. Patches nowhere to be found.
Chamber of the Eight, everyone. I'm exploding here.
Chamber of this.
I'm self-destructing.
Bro, I send you a DM.
Okay, I saw
I
the
swear to
DM.
God.
It has been
Brett,
declined.
I'm gonna send you a DM.
The decline?
I declined it. Yes, that's correct.
You can say
Coward.
no? Okay. Coward. No, let him do his thing. I'm curious.
No, I asked to level up to fuck over Joe.
Holy
Come on,
shit.
let him do it.
Holy
Fuck, he's weakening me though.
We'll see.
What is everyone
When we
else
get to the
doing
D&D
as the
section.
portal opens? You see a variety. You see a couple of you have walked through to the portal.
Alis is writing shit down like a fucking nerd.
Pickle.
Sorry.
Yeah, did you love the pickle or did you love it?
Delicious.
He lies.
Can't wait. I'm gonna
Roll
insight check him.
deception.
Hold on.
Oh
There you go.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Oh, plus 12. Lol.
Incredible.
A single tear comes to her eyes. She like brushes it away.
It's great. So happy you like.
Yes, in fact, I like it so much that I'm going to save it until we're done here. He pops it into a back pocket.
Ugh.
What? Yes.
Oh, Sterling.
That's nasty.
Gonna add some extra brine to it.
Oh.
No, dude.
Anyway, are we gonna go through the gate, or what are we doing?
Wait, I have a
Don't
question.
even know where it goes.
Well, first of all,
Can I stick my head in and pull it out?
Oh God.
no, I was going to... let's do it with like a stick first, shall we? Something like, I don't know, I'll put my rapier... Because if you...
I don't see how
Go
that's going
ahead.
to be any different from two people walking through.
Well, they might be dead on the other side. I'm saying we push our katana... My rapier through... I've become the weird version of Sterling.
What character
I
are
put
you?
my
Where are
kunai
you?
with chain through there.
Dude, that's gosh. What are you talking about?
I put my rapier through there and I pull it out, and if it's undamaged, then... Well, then we know inorganic material doesn't get destroyed at least.
Put your hand in, yes?
No, that's...
No.
He's gonna poke a katana through it to check first.
You have a katana?
I touched the katana again. I
Give it
did.
away
Yeah,
from
I
everyone.
did.
You did.
I did the katana.
Yep.
You poke through as,
You hear
as
quack.
If they moved on the other end, it's gonna be blood.
Ow.
you poke through the portal with the rapier, and it feels as if it was air. You're able to pull it out
Lucky.
with ease.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, I'm damaged.
All right, hold my legs.
Oh.
Right?
I get down on the ground and slowly like
You guys
push
are
my
gonna
head
like double
through,
barrel.
like a caterpillar. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Gonna take his legs. Just be cautious. Maybe a finger first.
I can't hear you. My head went through first.
Okay.
All you see is the portal around you, as if it was taking you into some weird cosmic hallway.
Like a Minecraft nether
Can I
portal.
breathe?
No.
Yes, you can breathe.
Can I breathe? I can breathe. All right. I'm
I'll
gonna
pull him
wiggle
out.
my leg.
Yeah, pull him out.
Oh,
That's good.
it's fine on the other side. It's very blue.
Mind.
You can breathe, I think. Why don't we just go through?
Okay. After you.
Not after you, sir.
I'll go last.
No, I will.
I think this is a trap. Did you trap us here?
Who?
I am suspicious if you go last.
Yeah, I trust Takini and Pickle. And the other goblin, but I don't trust you.
Joe, are you standing
Okay.
up straight?
Yes.
I'm walking through your fucking legs.
He can't grab himself now because he's gone under me. Look.
Yeah.
There you go, mate. Oh.
You see a small kobold walk underneath you and through the portal.
Okay,
Oh,
how
you
about
have
we all...
killed the little one too? You
If
monster.
we've all decided that we're going to go through, just do it already.
What about you,
After you,
science boy?
Sahani.
What?
Well, if no one's here to help you go through, you might never go through.
What?
And then you'll never understand what's on the other side.
So you
So
do
you
know
know.
what is there.
No, I was just fucking with you.
He has brought us
It's
here.
perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
He's not a bad man. He ate the pickle. He's okay.
Oh, and
See?
he did like the pickle. He
He
cannot
did
be
pass
bad.
the pickle check, yeah.
Yes.
Brett, I sent your DM.
Third DM I received.
Mm-hmm.
How about we all tie ourselves together in a circle with a rope, and all of us go through?
He's all hold
Quas
hand.
steps back out of the portal.
Yes, hold hand.
Oh. Hello?
Forgot something. And kind of gets down on one knee, scoops up as much of a handful of dirt as he possibly can, and puts it in his bag.
What?
Was it a trap? Are you dead?
And then
Alis
he
walks
goes
through.
Back, and then he goes back into the portal without a word.
All right. Hold on, Mr. Human Man. Can you turn around for a second?
Yes?
Yeah, just turn around. Yeah,
Turns
like,
around.
Just turn. Yeah, like, turn around. Takini, pickle.
It's what?
Let's just push him through the portal.
Okay.
Oh, that is a good idea. Then he does not have to go. We make him go.
Then he will not be lost, and then we'll be
Yes.
fine. We'll be safe. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Oh wow! Look at this! Look at this human man! Whoa! Look at this over here! You see this?
Go that way. Look, very interesting.
There is
You see
another
this?
pickle here.
Whoa! And you love the last one.
Look at me. I'm my inside
So
joke.
really, 100%.
Look at me over here. I'm Mr. Model.
Everyone roll a deception check.
Very convincing.
I'll let you determine what to do with that.
Whoa!
They seem to be truthful.
Maybe like a native pickle to this area. Interesting.
I think he
right?
knows they're planning something, just not what. So he's just gonna.
Takini now!
Push.
Right.
What are you calling him? Takini?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be
Asshole
Zucchini,
Academy.
actually, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I trust everyone in this room right now.
He's very touched. You trust.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Takini, I only
Okay.
know you a little bit, but we'll see.
We fought a big thing together.
He's
I still do not know what it was.
Did we? Oh, wait, yeah, the monkey. Yeah.
Yes,
I
that was
remember.
me. But-
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's go through, but let's stick together, us three, okay?
Yes. Link arms. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Link
And
arms.
let's skip. Let us skip through.
He's love
What the
skip.
fuck?
Yes.
What's happening?
He looks like he's taking two kids into the portal.
Yeah. Him and his two
I
children are
unenthusiastically skip through, yeah.
going to the pool.
Do all three of you go into the portal?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
skip
True.
together, gleefully.
Boom.
All right, great session, everybody.
All
We'll see
right,
you next
sis.
week.
minutes.
Session 1 has been completed.
And-
What an honor.
I honestly thought this would have been 3 hours long, but man, an hour. Way to go, guys. Wow,
It was so easy to kill all of you.
DM wins. All right. So, 1 second. Okay, cool. As you shift through the portal itself, the arcane energies, divine energies, a little bit of the astral pulls you through to the hallway. As you once again see a bright light, a chill of a wind brushes through you, but it's a refreshing breeze. As the sun peeks through the clouds in the sky, you hear the sound of people, as if it were some sort of crowded street. You are in the middle of a crowded city street. Sterling, you recognize this as the city of Atlas from 500 years ago.
Oh.
Patches and Dulp, you recognize this as the floating city of Atlas that you guys were in, except now filled with people.
Dolph's gonna immediately like cover his eyes because it's very bright out. Just start rubbing one and like hiding his fucking eyes with the other one.
Wait, Spot and I would recognize each other, right?
No. You two were in separate
We were
separate parties.
Separate campaigns.
I know it's confusing, but he wasn't Ron.
But they're rolling in their group,
We
so
also
it's
had
like,
Roran,
yeah.
Roran has
I see,
a
I
rich
see.
history.
I'm gonna step up to what's your name? Spot's character? What's your Spot? What's your
You
name?
gotta remember an RP, dude.
Is it Duck?
It's Dulp.
Dulp. Here you go.
And you're gonna see as this kind of he moves his hands like a composer, and these little musical notes form an umbrella. He hands it down to him.
Oh. Just put the umbrella on. Not like put it on. You know what I mean.
Wearing it?
Wearing it like a hat. Can I tell that we're on a floating city?
You can see the clouds
From
very
here,
close.
like I can tell that we're like at level with the clouds.
You wouldn't be able to tell from here, no. But the air itself would feel pretty tight.
Paul looks down at his hands. This one's more lucid than usual.
Well,
He kind of starts moving.
this is the city of Atlas.
Yes.
It was destroyed hundreds of years ago.
It does not look destroyed.
Peculiar, hmm?
That
I'd like we
portal.
experienced before, and experienced it once long ago.
Brett,
when I
isn't
was
this?
last here.
Sorry.
How
Oh,
old are you? Wait a minute.
What were you gonna ask, Sput?
We were in Atlas when my campaign ended, right? Okay, I'm like,
Yep. Except
Okay.
this one seems to be more structured. In
Yeah,
your
yeah,
campaign, you were in the city of Atlas. The city itself was in ruins. Nature had claimed it, even though you were up in the sky. But this area appears to be more structured, more organized, more clean.
I don't understand. Are you saying that the portal we just went through was some form of chronomancy?
Quite possibly.
Wait, how old are you?
Time
Yes, you
magic.
said 100 years ago. How are
No,
you a
no, 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 no.
grandpa?
500 years ago.
Are you a great grandpa?
I mean, probably.
You're the
From my youth.
second ancient being I've met.
What do you mean by that? You met some elves, I'm assuming?
Do you know Bron? And he kind of squints his eyes angrily.
Ooh, I did
did
not
you
see
say?
this coming. Holy shit! Sorry, go on.
I think you might be mistaken. Did you...
No mistake.
And he was ancient as well.
He tried to kill me.
Oh. He tried to kill many of us as well.
No.
Sorry, above board,
Yes.
both Braun and Sterling are heroes that no one has memories of, correct?
Correct.
They didn't get,
Okay.
yeah.
They're not deified.
They didn't get deified, yeah.
Right.
At the time, he was going by the name Abel.
Is he still alive now?
Unfortunately.
That is very concerning. 500 years ago or so, he... Well, I should probably introduce this, that I was a part of those heroes that saved us from the Void and Div. So was Bron, for a brief period. But then he became so enamored by the Div that he betrayed us and tried to aid it in such a devastating way. Betrayed us all. We fought avatars of Bron, defeated them, thought he was dead. Of course, that wily bastard made his way through. Yet I didn't see him all those time. Well, if he's the one who brought us here, well, all I can say is make sure he dies this time. He deserves it more than most.
Wait, so an enemy did bring us here then, yes?
I don't think it was him.
And rule it out.
If he
This
could
is a-
find me, he would have killed me.
Well, look at this place. This might be just the most elaborate way to do so. Until then, I suggest we play his little game, if it is him.
Game?
Not a fun game, Sahani. The kind of game where you wish it was over before it started.
I do not know of such a game. I will play anyways.
Good.
All right. I suppose most important thing is we stick together, keep an eye on one another, because we don't know if any of us are in on it, so to speak.
Like that one behind the tree?
I'm gonna hand Sam's character my umbrella because it looks like he's hiding under the tree.
Oh.
You would see that they've been busy covering their entire face up to the eye. Just like, so that no one... obviously, they're used to covering up when they're in a public place.
Still gonna hand you that umbrella.
I'm gonna tear off some bandages that is my outfit, like the entire chest piece of bandages, and hand them over. This may help. That was a
Looks
honey
at the
shirt.
umbrella and the bandages and just shakes their hands like they don't want them.
Oh, by the way, everyone, if we are in the past, try not to change much. I don't know much about chronology, but I do know that, well, what we do here could alter the very fabric of our existence.
Right.
So,
Right.
But we're already here.
yes, yes.
Isn't
Don't
that
do
too much?
I mean, it's always could be worse. You could kill something.
This game. Oh, my oh, hello.
Uh-oh. Hello. Hold on one second.
The connection was a real shit for a sec.
Yeah. Are we good?
Wow. Wow.
Hello?
Good.
Hold on one second.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with the server. Server. Oh yeah, they changed how this works now.
Robotic yawn.
Hello?
Hello.
Are we still robot?
I don't know.
Again.
Yeah, Joe, say something.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I think
Yes.
I think
How's it
we're
going?
good. I switched us over to West, so I think we're good now.
It's even further away from us.
Yeah. Oh, we have to sit further away from the mic now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was automatic. It was automatic, and I usually am on the East Coast. So, but I think we're good to go. I'm gonna switch back to automatic and see if that fixes it. Okay.
Hi.
Okay. Sounds good.
Boom. Dodger, say a bunch of stuff.
Hello,
Okay.
friends, loved ones, countrymen,
I think we're good.
boogers, beepers.
I think we're good. Yeah. Some people were also reporting that the stream was buffering. So I'm wondering if Amazon's shit is fucking up again. Yeah. So because all the buffering's good on my end. Yeah. But I think we're good. I think we good. We good. We good. Yeah, we good. All right. All right. Continue.
Okay, I was gonna ask, because I identified the type of magic that was part of the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to essentially track that magic and see if I can find its source here?
Do you have detect magic?
Do I have detect magic? I do.
Yeah, you're free to cast that and go ahead and give me a Arcana check for additional information.
19.
So, as you cast detect magic and with your Arcana check, you can sense the area is just brimming with ancient magics of 5 centuries ago. More notably, though, as you all are talking and look over to the north where you would see the High Chapel of Atlas, it appears to be in a sort of color-wise an inverted state. As you look off to the north, the stairs descend over into this weird alternate sort of like planar reality. As it just hovers there, you kind of look over around the area to realize the city that you are in. As you look over to the floating land masses in the sky, also appears to be up in the air. This would also be unsettling to you, Sterling, since Atlas was not a city in the sky. But the the chapel seems to be in place, but it appears to be visually in a different sort of flux visually. There's a strange magic there that you've never identified before to the north, Alis. In any sort of fashion.
Sure. I'll blah that to the group.
Right. Very cool.
He's definitely understand everything being said.
Yeah, I understand too.
Alis will specifically make a face at Sahani now knowing that he was literally at the Astral Academy. Magic's fucking school, yeah. All right, essentially, there's some sort of ancient old magic in that direction, which is suspicious. Is that simplified enough for you?
Kel's nodding with her brow furrowed thoughtfully.
I've read magic
Trying to look
books.
smart.
I understand.
Tugging on my collar.
Oh.
I don't
what
mean
was
to
this?
brag, but I'm a bit of a magician myself.
Oh God, no.
May I ask why you grabbed so much dirt?
Might need it for later.
What do you use dirt for, mister?
Things. The occasional stuff.
Right. What kind of stuff and things?
Sometimes I grow things. I don't know. Might try it later.
Right.
See how it tastes.
All right, not being funny, but in a situation where we're all trying to convince one another we're not suspicious, you are deeply suspicious currently.
I get that a lot.
Well, we don't have time to wait for plants to grow, mister. Anyway, what are we doing here? What's the plan? Because Sterling said we can't touch anything, can't really do anything. What's our goal?
Well, actually, the city, when I knew it, wasn't floating. So, this can't be the past.
Bloody hell, you've got ears on you, mate.
You know what I'm talking about?
God damn it. -1.
I mean, my passive
collecting
perception's
-1.
19, so.
Oh,
Valid.
damn. That's pretty good.
Have
All
yours
right,
on
so it's an illusion,
Right.
correct? In which case, it doesn't matter. We can
We can do
inspect as
whatever
much
we
as we
want.
He's want fly.
She's gonna flap her arms.
Sterling next to me.
Yeah, he was coming out towards you.
All right. You doing anything?
Yeah, I was just waiting. Let them have their RP
You wanna
first. He was going to say, your mouth being sewn over, is that a choice of yours? Do you need some help?
Bro, I'd like to roll sleight of hand to steal something from him.
Okay.
God, he is just a menace.
You're facing each other. What are you gonna like? You gonna lean in for a hug and reach round, or?
It's gonna do the classic bump into them and oh, sorry.
Oh,
How-
whoopsie doopsie.
How would you bump into them?
I'm assuming he's getting close enough to inspect the stitches.
Is that what you're doing
Ooh.
currently?
I mean, I'm within range. Yeah.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand.
33.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Holy natural 20 plus 13.
Jesus.
All right. What are you trying? Are you trying to swipe
Gross.
anything in particular, or what exactly are you
Nope.
trying to do?
It's potluck. I'm fishing.
All right.
Okay, what are you going into? My pocket? My belt?
Let's
My
go for a
pocket? I mean, you could get
Man,
half
we
a
killed
pickle.
Krendor's character for way less.
Well, I mean, yeah. What's on your belt? Anything
On my
of interest?
belt?
What's in your fucking wallet, huh? What do you got? Phone? Keys?
I got a dagger. I got a dagger. I got.
Sure.
Okay, sure, yeah.
You grab at that point. It's light enough to do it. You would go ahead and at that point, swipe the dagger from Sterling's belt.
Oh my god.
And in response to his question, they will shake their head when he offered help.
All right. Are you on our side, though? As long as we remain as the clueless ones that all came in here together.
It will glance at this mishmash group and back to Sterling, and then shrug.
Good enough for me. All right.
Sterling
All right,
approaches
Alice.
the party.
What's your plan, Alice?
My plan.
Oh, you're familiar with the magic. Makes sense if you lead the way.
All right. Well, straight ahead is the most suspicious, so I would at least get closer.
At that point, as you would all look off to the north, you kind of see the strangely, like, altered floating chapel with a stairway that ascends over to the area. It's visibly disturbing, and like I said, the architecture and the build itself is in place, but the color and area around it is distorted. But people still continue, as if business was normal.
Is this Sterling? Is this a building you remember when you were here?
Sterling, you would recognize this as the High Chapel, which you had dealings with the High Pope there. And it was also the site where you faced off against Div and Void.
Yes, we used to come here quite frequently when we worked for the High Pope. He had a rather curious hat.
Yes.
Wait, how did you know
Oh, oh my
that was
god,
out
the
of
hat. I forgot about all that
I
shit,
remember
dude.
the Pope hat.
that? We had a friend that was obsessed with it. Believed he was from outer space. Turns out he was just robotic. Strange, either way.
Qua, you approach a giant construct that seems to be patrolling through the streets.
Qua's gonna walk like right up to it and tilt his head like way back to look up at it.
Stand aside, citizen.
Oh no, excuse you. And I'm gonna kind of try to shuffle like past him, kind of like making him go out of the way. Trying to go like through him more or less.
Make it convenient for him to move.
And would continue to its patrol. Model and Pikel, you would come across what appears to be a lycanthrope or a werewolf person who is able to maintain their form during the day. They have a blacksmith's apron.
No.
They have a blacksmith's apron and seem to be working on a sword of some kind.
Pikel's gonna run up to it and hug it.
It's Wolf. He's here. He's here, Momo. He's here, family. He's
I
here.
can't believe you survived.
He's so happy to see you.
Get
He's so
off of me! What's wrong with you?
You can talk now. And you're standing up.
This is the first I've met of you. Please let go of me.
You
He's
might
a
not remember us.
Porky. She like
It's
ruffles
Wargy.
his hair.
That is not my name. Are you looking for some sort of gear to be smithed? Swords, weapons, shields?
It's
Oh,
me.
you're a working dog now.
It's Pikel. He's recognize me. Hello. It's family.
She will push you off at that point in time and just step over to continue to work on the forge over here.
Pikel's
Peter
eyes
Pickle.
start welling up with tears.
Don't worry, Pickle. She'll remember. Just give her one.
Sterling, the blacksmith seems to be that of a distant memory. Specifically, you recall a memory once before where one of your compatriots tried to haggle very poorly with a lycanthrope.
It's the first fucking thing I thought
I
of.
was to step up and say,
Excuse me,
Oh,
miss.
Pickle.
Do you remember a tall fella trying to get you to work on some dragon scalings?
She looks around a little
He
bit.
wanted you to get a shield. Very much wanted a shield.
She thinks to herself before staring over to you. Dragon scales. It's been quite a few years since I've worked on that. I take pride to let you know that I smithed a fine suit of dragon scale armor, specifically for the heroes of the sky. And that is why I'm the finest blacksmith here in Atlas.
Pikel's gonna inch forward and hold out a pickle.
Cancel. It's not the dog.
She looks down.
She looks at Model and looks to the lycanthrope.
It's not work.
No, it's not Augie.
I am not a warg, little girl.
It's not a little.
Walks back.
I didn't mean to offend, sorry.
It's not mean to offend you. Sorry, it's look like a friend. It's look like family.
Yeah.
Well, I unfortunately don't know anyone that is with my affliction.
It's not an affliction, it's
It's
cool.
not. It's very cool.
Yeah.
She'll smile, and then look back over to Sterling. Why, do you have some scales of a dragon you want me to work on? I'm familiar with the material.
You might remember me. I was younger at the time. Better looking. Came along, got a dragon scale cloak.
She looks over at you and shakes her head. I only worked on dragon scales of the heroes of the sky. You I don't recognize. Sorry, friend.
Then hit me with this, then. Sterling Smiles. Hero of the sky.
She blinks. Is this supposed to be some sort of humorous antidote?
We should check on.
She just looks at you, bewildered and confused, almost offended.
Qua walks up to this lady and just asks, "What year is it?"
She looks over at
she's
you.
She's minding her own business. She's not even like a merchant, just like some lady.
Continues to walk past.
Ambush her. Wait.
He's never gonna catch her. It's impossible.
Is anyone else doing anything?
Wishing for Sam's character to come up like a little get over here gesture.
You must have been busy. I just need to know what year it is.
At this point, she'll rush over to the construct.
Okay, we can walk and talk.
You'll see Qua continue to wander off. Qua, do you continue to pursue?
Excuse me, sir. What year is it?
He looks over at you. What are you? What's wrong with you?
What?
What do you mean, what year it is?
What year is it?
Did you hit your head or something? He'll tilt his head.
Sure.
It's the year 17 after Io's fall. Where have you been?
Does that mean anything to me?
It means nothing to you.
Okay. Thanks. And I take his hand and I put a mushroom in it and I walk away.
He promptly drops it to the ground.
I don't notice. I'm gonna be real. From the walk over from that NPC to here, me, Gmart, forgot what year you said it was.
17.
Year 17.
I was like, was it 7 or 17? And I was about to just walk over and be like, you said it was.
The year 17 after
Ayla
Io's
squints.
fall.
The year 17. That's all he remembers. Yep.
Okay.
Brett, do these guards look like they are just bored, or are they like just preventing people from going up those stairs?
They're just idly standing there. They don't seem to be actively doing anything. They're just watching forward on patrol. If you do decide to go up the stairs, I will let you know. If you do decide to go up the stairs, you'll have to ascend up there as a party.
Is it ascending or descending? You said before.
Ascending.
Oh, okay.
Does the year 17 mean anything?
I was gonna ask that too.
Absolutely not. Because in Io, currently it's like, I always forget what year it is, but it is not 17.
That also means nothing to
517.
Sterling.
The age goblins retire.
Well, you just said year. You didn't say after I's fall to Sterling. So.
No, he only said 17. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quad's gonna make his way back over to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go down this alleyway and peek through windows.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What was it again?
He looks over at you. 17. Io's fall.
Finger guns. Got it.
I'm sorry, Brett. Is this guy Shrek when he gets turned into a human?
I was gonna say, just look at human Shrek.
The current year is 735.
He said it was 17 after Io's fall.
After I's fall. Do we know anything about that, Brett?
Absolutely not.
But
It's Isle's fall. Does that mean after the
Well,
fight, or?
We know it's time travel.
Well, we don't know that for sure, right?
Well,
No,
it's
it's-
not current year.
Is
No.
maybe stuck in time here? This place?
Oh, yeah, maybe this place is in our time, but
hold on.
stuck in time.
Go back and ask him what happened 17 years ago.
Got it.
Yeah.
Waits 20 minutes for him to walk.
This is like,
Our runner.
Surely it would make more sense for literally anyone else to go talk to him.
making me.
No, he's got it. He's got it.
Excuse me.
What? What do you want?
What happened 17 years ago?
He just looks at
Sorry,
you.
I'm from out of town.
He looks over at you and he's like, "Are you from one of the other floating cities? Gwendolyn? Alabaster, perhaps?"
Whoa.
Quack kind of stares at him blankly and does
shit.
like a double wink. One eye blink, the other eye blink. Yeah.
He thinks to himself, we just woke up like this. Look. He stands over to you and he's like,
What?
17
Woke
years.
up.
Yes, 17 years ago, the great battle against Div and Void. The heroes sacrificed themselves to allow the cities to ascend to the sky. The planet was decimated below. It crumbled into the universe. We're all that remains. You don't know any of this?
Of course I do. I was just checking if you did. And he walks away.
He looks
And
at
then I
you
blah
like
blah that
bewildered.
back to the rest of the party.
Yep. He looks at you bewildered.
Wait, so multiple cities started floating, and they were all asleep.
Specifically mentions the city of Gwendolyn and the city of Alabaster also afloat, but Gwendolyn and Alabaster are still active kingdoms within Io.
Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't float, right?
Right. The only thing you know of Io's lore is that Atlas suspended into the sky and then exploded. That was the final scene of the fight of the fallen heroes, thus leaving the Atlas crater. Atlas, as theorized by, not theorized, but Atlas has pretty much been well established as destroyed 500 years ago.
This doesn't make any sense.
When are we?
Yes. That's confusing. Well,
Well, what time are we from?
Now.
No, but like,
Not
when
now,
we
but
were.
then now.
Yeah. When was
The
that?
present.
When was the present, though?
roughly, probably 517, roughly.
The year that you guys
517 what?
The year that you guys are from is the year 735.
Mole doesn't know that.
Oh,
He is 735. Actually, no, I wouldn't know that because I was in stasis.
Yeah.
That's right. You don't even know what year it is
How many
currently.
people here know that?
I don't think
Looks
Kwa
to
would
Alis.
care about current year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so
Wait, sorry,
hard.
what
to
was- Wait, what was the question?
Surely Alis would, yeah.
I would absolutely know what year it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Alis, you know it's the year 735.
Yes, 7:30. How do none of you know this?
I am not that
Time
old.
doesn't mean much to me.
I lived underground.
That's important.
I was petrified for 500 years.
Not you. I know that. All right. It's the year 735. Far off from the year 17.
Yes.
But
Right.
we still don't know that this is chronomancy or any other sort of time ability. It could be an illusion. It would just take a lot of power. The person would have to be very powerful. I mean, these are, you know, people appearing to be living their lives normally.
All right, pinch my arm, Pickle.
Is okay.
She pinches.
It's not an illusion.
Yeah.
No.
Foolproof. Thank
Sterling's
you.
gonna stare at someone like just this hood man here and see if he does any like repeated actions.
Like an NPC.
Yeah, like
Yes.
if he's
Oh
an
my
illusion.
god, that's so
Just
smart.
watch
If he's like a
Truman Show.
Skyrim NPC, or he's an Oblivion NPC.
Hey, look, the Oblivion ones had like a month cycle. That's a long
Yeah,
time.
that's true. They might be very advanced.
Yeah,
As
real
you-
good illusion.
As you observe, everyone, you are free to make an investigation check if you'd like to try and get some more details.
Yes, please.
But visibly, visibly speaking, as they continue
Dirty
to
20.
patrol the street, they're essentially going about their day to day, going over to the market, heading over to some of the gardens to actually look up the sky, walking around.
What's going on with you?
Alis, you would observe that this is the nature of.
Have you been to the Cloud District lately?
Have you heard of the heroes?
You would observe this as a typical human nature. Nothing seems to be scripted or that of an illusion. These are normal people living their lives. I will say above board, from all the information that you have found so far, something is not adding up, whether it be chronomancy or illusions. Specifically, the mention of
Or multiverse theory. Yeah, thanks, Brett.
specifically
And with
specifically with the mention of other cities in the sky, cities that you're aware of that are currently on Io thriving today. So something.
Would there be
go on.
Would there be any windows in this alleyway?
Yeah, as you go ahead and seek through there and look through the windows, some of the houses appear to be empty. It is that of common house nature. I mean, you would go ahead and peek in to see a couple of the curtains open, couches, sofas, living rooms, kitchens. You would look through some bedrooms. Everything appears to be normal. What are you attempting to do, Patches?
Climb in.
Okay. You will go ahead and lift up at that point in time. One of the windows completely unlocked. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for within one of the empty houses?
No.
Are you standing in the living room? What exactly is Patches doing within the house?
Children.
What does Sam want to do?
Extremely observant. So I guess climb through the window and then see if there's anything of interest or value in the rooms in the immediate vicinity, and then just exit through the front door.
Of course. As you would go ahead and observe and look through the house itself, it seems to be that of a simple commoner. You would find a variety of cooking ware. You're to walk through the bedroom. The bed seems to be freshly made. But the house definitely has signs of someone living within it, as you begin to see the typical wear that a house would have. Maybe some areas dirtier than the others, but nothing seems to be out of the normal, and nothing seems to be suspicious. It quite literally is walking through a commoner's home. That is the information you would gather before walking out the front door, unless there's something else you'd like to do.
Nope.
All right.
Just heads back towards the group through the front door.
You walk through. This gentleman looks over, a little unsettled by your appearance, and will walk a little faster. as you head out to the street, you would see everyone speaking and talking to each other currently about what they've learned.
Okay.
Alis will, if everybody's just kind of like trading information, Alis would eventually say, should we point out that it appears that there's something wrong with this chapel and see if anyone notices? Or if to them it seems normal. That could also be information.
That would be rude.
In what way is that rude?
You might break their mind.
Alis will walk away.
Oh
Alis is gonna go to this guy.
He looks forward as you approach him. He doesn't make eye contact with you, as he remains vigilant and on guard. Continue.
Excuse me. Can we go to the chapel?
I suppose you can. It is currently the open hours. Citizens are allowed to patrol through the chapel. Still staring forward by you.
All right. I heard that there might be something strange going on there. Is that just hearsay?
I don't know who would have informed you of this. The chapel itself is well protected, maintained and cleaned, and well permitted for anyone who wishes to venture forth. We leave it open, of course, to our citizens of Atlas. He'll nod forward. Again, you specifically note he does not look at the chapel. He stares forward.
Right. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. He'll go back. They don't seem to think there's anything strange about it.
Right.
And in fact said that we could walk right in if we wanted to.
Works for me.
Spinning our wheels out here anyway.
Make an insight check, Alis.
Okay. +0, baby.
12.
As you walk back and begin to look around, the street itself seems to be crowded with people living their day-to-day life. But as you look over back to the chapel, as the guard mentioned, the chapel is open for everyone. A sign of a prosperous city of Atlas. And yet, no one goes inside.
No one's there.
No one even looks towards the chapel as they continue with their business.
What'd you learn, Alis?
Well, he said that anyone could go in there if they wanted. But it's almost as though everyone's giving it a wide berth. No one seems to want to go near it.
It's just a big, boring church. I wouldn't go there.
I'll go in.
Yeah.
Qua slowly starts making his way towards the steps.
I walk just like slightly faster than Qua, just slightly, so I
Doesn't take
eventually
much.
catch up.
Okay.
Take much.
If
His
you
decisiveness is growing on me.
If all of you do decide to advance to investigate the chapel, you'll have to do so together as a party.
Right.
Alis will look at
removing
Sterling.
myself from the hang around here gang.
Yeah, no, let's go.
Well, wait, don't we want to like try out the portal, the barrier?
What?
Oh yes. Just do the Koa thing again, I guess. Send him in.
The what?
You mean me?
Yes. I mean, you're very determined. Walk through any portal
My
you see.
name is Qua.
What did I say?
What is your name?
Kua Eruaiko.
Whoa.
If you were to investigate the area and walk through over there, nothing would stop you from walking up the stairs. And there doesn't seem to be a negative adverse effect in your investigations of the stairway. So, with that,
Okay.
is everyone going over to the chapel? Unless there's something else anyone else would like to do.
Are you not, Sam? You want to loot another house?
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, I was trying to see if it was a simulation, like maybe the houses would be empty, kind of thing. But
Oh, like
They
North
only
Korea
render
or
detail
something.
where they need
yeah,
to.
like
Yeah.
North Korea. Like North Korea, basically. But yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Model, what you said no. What are you doing as you approach the guard?
Well, I'm curious about what Alis said. I'm gonna say,
Hey mate, hello.
He looks forward. How can I
Looks
help you,
forward?
citizen? That is correct.
You're not gonna look at me. Hi.
He kind of like side eyes a little bit, but never makes eye contact with you.
Look, I'm doing naughty
like
stuff.
a Buckingham
Come
Palace
get
guard.
me. I'm gonna break the law.
I walk behind him.
Breaking the law.
I'm killing somebody back here.
What do you require, citizen?
A jail cell, I guess. Like, what? I'm breaking the law back here.
I'll let you off with a warning.
Wow, I like this place.
You want the pickle?
Looks up at him.
Still not making eye contact, he holds out his hand to dismiss your pickle.
Oh, I thought to take the pickle.
She's gonna slap a pickle in his hand.
Yes, dude.
He grabs the pickle and then lets go, putting it on the ground. Still staring forward.
It's not okay. It's what you do. It's not okay.
What is wrong with these people?
No. See, he wants this. And I pull out a mushroom and I stick it in his hand.
The same thing, he squeezes it and before throwing it onto the ground, staring forward.
Oh, I understand. And I pick it up and I'm gonna attempt to force feed it to him.
Oh,
He needs help.
He will punch you in the face.
Oh, God.
He can try.
Run behind.
With a
He can
12,
fucking-
he swings
That's
a fist
no-go,
over
bro.
at you.
I got a hard ass shell.
It bounces off your shell before he glances over in your direction, never making eye contact, sighs and says, I'll let you off with a warning. I'm very busy. Please leave.
I'll let you off with a warning. And then I walk away.
Can we make any kind of an insight check off of his behavior?
Absolutely. You're free to make an insight check if you'd like. What
Once
were you
you do
about to
that-
say, Sterling?
I'm going to cast suggestion and say, look at the chapel behind you.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Well then.
He dies.
Yeah, I might have just fucked. He beats my DC.
Yeah. He shrugs off the suggestion, staring forward. You're permitted to go in the chapel if you so wish.
What chapel? Can you point me to it?
He
I cannot
motions.
see it.
Tried that
He
one,
motions behind him, still staring forward. Please, I'm very busy. If there's anything
The
else
chapel's
you need.
not there. Look, it's gone.
He sighs. I don't know what kind of joke you're trying to play, but chapels simply don't disappear, boy.
All right, are we gonna
That's
escalate
what I
to the
thought.
point where we grab his head and snap his neck backwards?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna grab this. I am gonna
grapple
grab this. That was
him,
my
like, where
first
are we?
plan. Yeah, I'm gonna put my hands on either side of his helmet and try and spin his head round.
Do you try
We're
and
gonna kill him.
Do you try and force him
Yeah.
at this some point in time? All right. As
Yeah,
you
I'm behind him.
All right, you go over to grapple him at this point in time. He tries to stare forward as you use your brute force to try and move him. Is anyone else assisting Model in this?
Pikel would
Yes.
assist.
Okay.
I'm going to try and hide it. I'm going to stand in the way to hide it.
You're gonna try, like body block for him.
As you
Yeah,
do
I'm
that,
going to do a minor illusion down here of like a little just clapping monkey just to distract everyone.
if everyone's okay bypassing checks for this scene, you would try and force the guard to look over. He struggles and fights off, kind of like punching back over at Model, kind of kicking over at Pikel, as everyone else continues to push him over. Eventually, through brute force and time, you would eventually force him over to look over at the chapel. His eyes will open wide, and his mouth will be agape as he stares at the chapel. He no longer responds to you.
See, I warned you. Mind broken.
Everyone continues with their normal business.
Try turning him back around to see if it fixes it.
I'm gonna try and turn him all the way around.
As you
I kind
turn
of gesture to Alis. The sea, rude.
As you turn him back around, this time no force from the guard. He stares forward, looking down.
All right, now try the pickle.
She's gonna hold the pickle up to him.
It's good. It's
Actually
one thing.
reset him.
His hand does not grasp. If you try to feed the pickle within his mouth, it'll simply fall out of it.
We have
He
to
appears
chew
to
it for
be
him.
he appears to be visually
Like a mother
traumatized.
cat.
Isn't the baby bird his mouth with pickle?
Any attempt you make on the guard itself, he won't use his own motor skills. You are able to do whatever you wish you find as you begin to move his mouth up to chew the that to grasp on the pickle itself. He has no motor
Seen a
skills anymore.
Goblin play called Weekend at Bernie's.
Jesus Christ.
So with that, that's the information I can give you at this point in time. So we don't do a 30-minute session of what can I do with the guard. Needless to say, you have shattered his mind of some kind. People themselves resume normal as they walk around the streets, as you are able to have free reign of the guard itself. Is there anything else you'd like to attempt to do?
Can I? I'm trying to. Well, I don't know. I guess this information doesn't matter that much, but I'm curious if.
Sorry for a second. Go ahead and plan your next move of what you're going to do. I am going to use the restroom and kind of keep.
I need to pee too. Can we take a pee break?
I was waiting for the next scene, but then we did 20 minutes of guard RP, so
Professor is not back. Can I level up? Can I level up?
Can you level up?
Yeah.
If you pee really good, maybe I'll think about it. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll leave you on mute to go and discuss. You need to.
Okay, whilst Brett goes, let's all walk into the chapel.
How much XP do you think you guys are gonna get for killing that guard?
Dolph, you gotta say a goddamn word. You're
we didn't
freaking
kill
me
the
out.
god. We broke his
No,
mind.
dude, he's
It's different.
freaking shy, dude.
Oh.
Me and Sam are gonna have the same amount of words.
Sterling's legs.
Can we please bring this guard with us up the stairs?
No.
I think we
What
have
is
to.
wrong with you?
Jesus.
I want to bring him. He's our new party member.
He's our new. He's our marionette.
doesn't
Does anyone have
He's
to
our
take
puppet.
thoughts? Does anyone have to take thoughts?
What was
Maybe
that?
Pikel.
Detect thoughts?
Detect thoughts.
Yeah.
Is that a spell?
Yeah.
No, I do not have that.
We can find out everything about the chapel with never going there.
Funny.
Wait, also, Joe, I totally forgot about Cheeky threatening to break that lady's fucking arms off. That was hilarious.
So, if you guys don't know the story, because I'm sure chat doesn't know, we went to get dragon armor made at that blacksmith back in the pre-streamed
This is
campaign.
way
Yeah.
back.
Never got that armor
Campaign,
though.
right?
We never
And
got that
cheeky.
armor.
No, yeah, we went to get it, and then Cheeky, we didn't have enough for Cheeky. Cheeky wasn't there for the few weeks before
Our
that.
paladin, by
He
the way.
just came back from doing a work thing. And so he comes back in. We've defeated a dragon whilst he's away. He hasn't been with us for like months. And it's the first episode he's back. He comes with us. And we want to go and make these dragon scale armor pieces. And he just goes to the blacksmith. Well, he goes to us like, can you make me a shield? And we're like, no, dude, we killed the dragon. We're going to make our own stuff. We don't have enough for that. And he's like, so he turns around to the person who's making stuff. He's like, hey, can you make a shield out of that? And they're like, no, I don't think so. And so he keeps trying to barter, loads of persuasion checks. And then the person's like, okay, it's going to take me 2 weeks. She goes, that's not good enough. You might be screwing us over. I want it done in a few days. They're like, I can't do that. And like, she goes, if you don't do that, if we find out you're cheating us, I'm going to break off your arms. The person just went, I'm not making you anything now.
He's our paladin, by the way. He's our lawful good fucking paladin. I'm gonna break your arms off.
So the person didn't do any work for us at all. And he's like, wait, that's not fair, Brett. Can I roll persuasion to make them do it? It's like, no, you just threatened to kill them. It was so funny.
That was so long ago, dude.
And we didn't get any of our dragon stuff made, despite him not being there for the dragon fight. We got screwed out of our items. You're sweet cheeky. He was always obsessed with getting a shield.
I'm back.
And he never did get a shield.
Oh, you're talking about your interaction with the
He did. I think
blacksmith.
the penultimate episode, he got a shield.
Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff.
I miss our weekly image recaps we had.
Oh my
yeah,
god, I forgot
yeah.
all about that. Yeah.
You should show all of those on stream at some point, Brett.
No, you can't show most of those.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, ultimately,
we had 2 groups of D&D, and we had to recap to the other group what happened in our session vaguely through images, just random like images off Google,
without
and we'd
context.
get pretty creative with it. Yeah, no context.
I mean, if you guys see any images you don't mind me sharing on stream, I'd be happy to show it at some point in time. Like later on, I'd be down for that.
Do you remember when Octo played with us and he left? And so he's like, the only way you can contact Scrumpo is with this org that I play. And we
Oh my
immediately
God.
fucking played catch with it and broke it
And
on
broke
the fucking
it.
tree.
Yeah.
Holy
feel
shit,
like-
I totally forgot about
With
that.
no context.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we have no context.
Me too, guys.
We were successful.
Scrumpo.
Should we go in the
Yeah,
chapel?
we know his brother.
Octo's
Grumpo or
character
whatever.
left and basically gave them a cell phone, and they threw it against the tree, and it broke. He was like, "If you ever need to contact me, use this." And they played catch
No,
with
that's
it. And
no.
broke
Okay,
it.
wait. That is
All
not
right,
what
so
happened.
for everyone in chat who's going Scrumpo, you mean Arcadum's game Scrumpo? This was the
No,
original
the OG
Scrumpo. Yeah,
Scrumpo.
Octo Scrumpo. And since he wasn't using Scrumpo anymore, he gave, I guess, whoever played Scrumpo.
He suggested the name, yeah.
Yeah, he suggested the name Scrumpo, so that ended up being that one. Absolutely, this was the OG Scrumpo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to blow their mind.
Everyone back?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. What do you all do? We continue at the scene. You are at the
Go
base
up
of the
the
stairway.
stairs. Get us up those goddamn stairs.
Yeah, let's go up the stairs, man.
We are the
Wait, we need to check
party
the
that
other
doesn't
guard.
enter. Oh.
No.
Right,
Get
is
in,
the guard
hand them.
technically dead?
What is the guard?
Is the guard by definition dead?
He's staring down.
Don't loot him, dude. That's immoral.
No, not loot him.
What I was gonna ask before we
Yes.
all did a tinkle
Yes.
was if there would be any way for me to tell if they are of their own will not looking at it, or if something is compelling them not to look at it. Like from our interaction with the guard, would I have been able to figure out, like, was he himself trying to keep from looking at it, or was there just some force keeping him from looking at it?
You may use an Arcana or an Investigation check at this point in time to see if you can see anything out of the ordinary with that specific question.
13.
With a 13, I would deem that insufficient. You aren't able to gain the knowledge this time.
Okay, up the stairs.
Are you all going up the stairs as a party?
Sure.
Yeah, but real quick, where did that mushroom go?
It is on the
Like a mushroom
ground.
and pickle sandwich?
Okay, can I pick it up and put it in the pickle jar?
Absolutely.
Pickled mushrooms.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I will
Okay.
head up the stairs.
All right. So,
where that mushroom at, though?
yo, where that mushroom at? Let me go ahead and gather everybody up. As you all would ascend up the stairs, passing through the different coloration. The air itself would sort of chill as you would ascend up those stairs. And as you do, the crowd goes quiet. And you just hear this sudden shift in the crowd behind you. The city itself grows silent. If you were to turn around, you would just see them all staring at you.
We had to work so hard to get homeboy to look, and now all we had to do was step.
Is even this guy staring? The one we broke?
No, he's still looking down, broken.
Oh god.
So he's the only one that's safe now.
That's what happens when you turn your computer off during a Windows.
We
update.
saved him. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. They would look at you as if they were waiting for you to ascend up the stairs.
What?
Qua would look back at them, and then he would try to, like, go up the stairs and see if there's any visible reaction. Like, the more he goes up the stairs, the more they do something, and then, like, go back down and see if they change in any way.
They start clapping as we
Yeah, see, like, if they raise their hands, they go up, and it's like, oh, yeah, and then I go back down, like, oh, you know?
They stare at you without emotion.
Shrugs, keeps going up.
All right. You all would ascend up the stairways and enter into the chapel. The entire area seems to be of this distorted color as you walk through the main hallway. You would see where it would actually be at this point in time, just this hall that leads over to the main chamber, the visiting area, where people would go over to the High Pope. Sterling, you recognize this area as you walk through it. The echoes of your footsteps sort of distort, but kind of like a reverse distortion, as if the echo out kind of begins to go inward as you walk through this area. It's unnerving and something none of you have experienced before. You're free to walk through.
If anything bad happens, we protect one another.
Why is it so fucking bright?
Montel's like
It's
squinting.
hurt.
Your voice echoes within the chamber itself. Again, that reverse reverberation.
Sterling, do you recognize this hallway?
I do.
Whoa.
Nice.
Sick. Then I suppose you should be in front.
Seems unfair logic, but I'll stick with it, I
Where are
suppose.
they going? Like, gestures at Patches.
I'll find out.
No, that wasn't...
If you continue down the hallway over into the visiting chambers, you'll have to do so as a party. Be free to do whatever you wish at this point.
You can tell that this person just doesn't like being in the middle of a room. That's all.
They're one of the back against the wall kind of people at dinner. I get you.
Someone's got to do that meme where it's like in the corner.
Nobody knows that I'm actually, you know, whatever. Level 9.
Nobody knows
I
I
don't know
stole
what
a
the meme
dagger.
is. Yeah, I stole a dagger. Who cares? Qua's gonna approach Sterling and be like,
You're not trying to revive any dead kings or the like, yeah?
Completely the opposite. The world was much finer without them. At least, that's what we fought for.
Good.
Avoid I'm gonna be with this Brom. Trust me. I hated him more than any.
I've been betrayed once. Don't want it to happen again.
You continue to walk through the echoed hallway. Yes, Dodger.
How much time has gone by since I cast Detect Magic? What do you say?
Well, your
The last 10 minutes.
Your Detect Magic would still be active.
Right.
But as you walk in this area, you see that its duration has suspended.
Like it's continuing even though it shouldn't.
Correct. Time reacts differently in this area. And your concept of it is alarming and confusing.
Does it feel similar at all to being in the astral, or is it totally different? Because time was different in the astral too.
Completely different. In fact, if you were to use Detect Magic to try and look over, it would feel jarring, extremely confusing, unsettling. You'd be unable to detect what this is. It is that of a foreign power that has never been present in Io's arcane history.
Alis has like a permanent grimace on his face.
Model, I see
I
you're
got
walking
nothing
ahead.
else to do in this room.
Are these carpets?
They are. They feel
Can I look
plush
under the
underneath your feet.
Yeah. No, I'm under the carpet actually.
All right, you place yourself under the carpet.
Like a cat.
The cold marble still pressed against your skin. The color still the same scheme.
I try to flatten this lump on this carpet with my foot because it's unorganized.
Fuck!
This carpet is alive!
Where?
What?
It's eating me!
I'm gonna lift up the carpet.
I'm gonna bap the carpet with my staff.
Stop fucking
Gonna
hitting me,
bonk the
please!
carpet. Not you, just the carpet itself, like a flat part in the corner, just like pop.
All interactions
carpet.
you have with the carpet suggests that it is just a simple carpet. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Sometimes people leave their keys under the carpet.
Do I find
Please
any
never
keys
leave.
You do not.
Doesn't look like there's any keys.
Is there a door that is locked?
Under the carpet?
The hallway itself.
A door.
The hallway itself continues to the north over to the visiting chambers.
I mean, everyone's got a door. Takini.
I don't have a door.
What? You got a
Where's
bedroom,
my door?
don't you?
Well, not anymore.
I was in your bedroom, I think. I think I took your pillows.
I do not go there anymore. I don't have a room right now.
Sorry about the pillows.
I do not even remember.
Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, what are we doing? Are we just gonna keep on going, or?
I mean, I guess unless we find a locked door, then we could lift the other carpet, yes?
Just be careful. Whatever magic is in here, it's not magic that's found on Io typically. It's... he, like, scrunches up his face again. Doesn't feel right.
You can feel magic?
I can detect it if I focus hard enough.
How do you do that?
A lot of practice. It's a spell.
Right, yeah. Spell, magic, yeah.
Do you do magic?
Montel is squinting and like tensing his head with 2 fingers on his forehead, like trying really hard to focus and detect magic.
Right.
Do you feel it?
I feel something.
I think it is the magic.
It hurts.
Let me know how that goes. I'll just like keep walking around.
Qua's gonna walk up to Patches and just be like, "Ooh, pretty crazy day, huh?" Yeah, I know, it's been pretty wild.
Patches doesn't react the same way she did to the goblin to you. It doesn't raise a weapon or anything, just kind of stares at you as you talk.
It's all very confusing. I don't really know how I got here.
They hand you a
talking
dagger.
to you. They hand me a dagger?
Yeah.
Wait, is
Oh.
it Sterling's dagger?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
They nod and keep walking.
I like you. You don't talk much. Puts the dagger in bag.
Sterling, how's Sterling handling this? Just out of curiosity, since this is all semi-familiar to you the most.
I think he's beyond getting overwhelmed at this point, in general. So he's kind of just taking it in with like a morbid curiosity, like a little bit of kind of a smile on his face, fascinated by kind of the whole thing, more so than bewildered.
All right. Is there anything else you do here within the hallway before entering the chamber?
No.
All right.
I was under the impression that we're friends now. Because you gave him a gift.
As you step forward, Alis, and anyone else that has dark vision, you'll see the room itself faintly illuminated in certain areas, as a deep magical darkness fills the majority of the room that not even your dark vision can penetrate.
Need a warlock.
Don't got one.
Don't got one.
No warlocks here.
All right.
Pockets empty.
It's so dark you can't even see it with dark vision.
That is.
Oh my god!
Me
Goes from
sitting
squinting because
here
it's
thinking
light
about
to
how my
squinting 'cause it's
warlock
dark.
character was supposed to be here, but I chose Qua.
Dub was also a warlock, if I remember correctly.
Brett, can I cast light on my little staff?
You can. As you illuminate the light on the staff, the darkness keeps it suspended in the only areas that are lit. As you step forward and look over, you see 2 statues that ascend to the north. An individual with a variety of blue horns seems to be staring at this pulsating star. He's looking forward into this cosmic energy that is going in and out.
Wasn't there like a traveling merchant or something?
As
Years ago?
Oh,
that was a long time ago. I know what you're talking
a
about.
long time ago.
Yeah. I'm seeing if anyone else would notice. Yes, actually, I think of all of you, Zahani, you would notice that the individual is a starry. Levin's race.
Teacher?
He
I'm
turns.
gonna walk forward a little bit.
Is this the asshole academy?
He turns
Oh,
over.
some sort of test.
He turns over to Zahani. Visitors. It has been quite some time. And he'll walk forward. You. How did you get here within the chapel? No one's been able to see or have any interest here. How did you walk through? Who are you? He'll step forward again.
We went up the stairs. It wasn't very hard.
I am Qua.
Who are you, friend?
He looks over. I suppose once in a lifetime, I go by the name of Lagos.
Huh.
Pickle. Zucchini.
Draws knives.
No.
Subtly.
Subtly. Subtly.
Yeah, I'm putting my hands on my knives. Of course I am.
You would appear tense. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm not initiating combat, jumping at him. I'm like,
gotcha.
Hand on the fucking holster kind of thing.
I understand. With your sleight of hand, if you're getting ready to prepare to jump, in this case, Lagos.
If I needed to.
If you needed to. Lagos will not take note of you going for your daggers. Standing forward again. You just
Are you
walked
the
up.
one who called us here?
He tilts his head again. Well, a few questions of note. You just walked up the stairs. You saw the chapel. It didn't.
Yes.
It didn't affect you at all mentally?
No.
He looks over to the pulsating energy behind him. Or letting out a light chuckle, looking forward. I see. I'm assuming you're beings of great power. He'll step forward.
Very.
Yes, we are.
And you said you were... So you don't originate here in Atlas. Something pulled you here?
We were brought here from different places.
You're asking a lot of questions. What about you?
I apologize. It's been quite a while since I've spoken to anyone. He looks off in the distance at this point. I suppose I don't know how long it's been. This area, he'll stare forward at Sterling. Time flows differently here. It's quite a strange and yet interesting phenomenon. One that not even I or my people knew about. I've been studying it for quite some time, but... Tell me, what has happened in your world? The history itself. Do you have fallen heroes? Did they defeat Div and Void? He'll step forward again.
Yes.
I know a fallen hero.
I have a fallen hero.
He'll tilt his head. And what does your fallen heroes do? Are they still alive? Did they perish? Is your planet still there?
God, it's a multiverse, dude.
It's said that one of them still lives. Probably the greatest of them.
Sorry.
I have an arm.
His eyes open wide to that as he walks forward. May I see?
Steps back. No.
He looks visibly shaken by that.
What do you mean you have an arm?
I found it. It's mine.
You found an arm?
Yes, I'd be most curious to see
it
it.
was from a fallen hero, which
kinda weird.
means it must be powerful.
May I see that?
Kind of pulls it out. He pulls out this. What was it again, Brett? It was like a crystallized arm.
Yeah, it's a
I could use it as a
petrified.
wand.
It's a
Petrified arm,
petrified
petrified.
crystallized arm. It is the arm of Oswin.
Oh my god.
What? Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Holy
I'll
shit.
let Sterling see it, and only
Yeah.
Sterling.
Holy shit.
Will Sterling recognize that? 'Cause
I know why you're very possessive.
I
right
don't
now.
know because I don't know if Sterling ever found out
No.
about
No,
Oswin.
no, our
No,
group
we didn't.
We
Yeah,
don't,
then
we don't know anything about that.
Then you
Yeah,
wouldn't know.
we didn't tell the other group about that.
Yeah,
It was
then
a
you would
tragedy,
just see a crystallized arm.
Whoa.
Hard to say whose arm it is. I can rule out a couple people, but it could be many people's arms.
You see Lagos just staring, looking.
I take the arm back and pocket it again.
You pocket an arm.
Well, in my bag, you know, whatever. Where I've been keeping it.
In your shell.
Right.
In my shell, yeah. I just shove it over my shoulder into the.
Like
do
a third arm, yeah.
turtles have like pockets in there, or is it like all
No,
flesh?
their shell.
No, it's extra.
It's
The
all
shell
like
is
flesh,
actually
right?
part of their body, yeah?
Yeah. You'll
It's not
see.
like a snail.
So,
So
it's not
you-
like it's not like over the hedge where he like pops out of the shell. And it's like a naked
Yeah, it's
turtle.
not that.
and
It's not that.
You see Lagos with his back
What
face
do
to
you-
you all step forward. He'll turn, and he's what do you say, Sterling?
What about you? Were they heroes in your world?
He looks down. He doesn't answer. He just stares up at the star that seems to be pulsating within the room.
Maybe some names will help. Wazy, Sterling.
The cool one, Sterling.
No one's heard of Sterling, dude. Stop
Sasha.
trying to make Sterling happen. It's not going to fucking happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
Braun,
dude.
there's a guy I've heard of. Have you heard of the Order of Braun? They're like an organization with his name on it. They do things.
He
bullshit.
What about
He'll-
Ben, you guys?
yeah.
Who Megalo?
Nah.
You mentioned Wazy, you mentioned Sterling. He'll turn over to you.
Theodore, Sasha. The main ones.
Can't believe you've done this.
I mean, they're the only ones that matter. They're the protagonists.
I'm gonna vomit everywhere.
Your guys' group was
You're
actually
incorrect,
bullshit, dude.
yeah.
We were the better group. We were
I
the
can't
good
I
believe
literally
it.
killed one. I
So
literally killed one
inferior.
with a single
You
silence.
guys
I don't know
just-
what you're on about.
Your group was carried by Fireball Kraken, and you know it.
Oh my
Dude, he did. He
God,
caused
yes,
way
sir.
more. He actually caused way more damage than he fucking.
I
like-
was the only one who could do fireball
None of us
safely. He
were
caused.
born.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. This is years ago.
I remember we were in one boss fight and he casted like swarm of bees on the fucking boss and none of us could fight it for like 15 turns.
Yeah,
We just stood there.
Both
He
groups.
was
That didn't happen.
absolutely
Oh,
fucking
and then it all
shocking.
turned into fucking mist and was like lost.
Oh my
Yes.
god, yes!
We
Both
fought a
groups.
dragon and he did fucking mist form and got blown away by the wind and we had to fight the dragon without him and he showed up 3 sessions later.
Yeah, and we're not even bitter. We're not even
Both
bitter about
groups
it.
had significant impact on Io. Let's
Brett's
not bring
trying to
back old
fucking mom
wounds.
us, dude. And be
Let's
like,
not
we're both
bring up-
great. I love
yeah.
you both equally. You're both
Let's-
very talented.
Yeah, it was a flashback to Monday group, Friday group. That's like you both have
Dude,
made
fuck
significant
Monday group.
impacts. So
Monday group can
Bro,
suck
we
it.
literally 3-manned a dragon and then fucking built armor around him.
you all,
I was there.
And we actually got the armor as well.
you all
We
did
didn't have
wonderful
someone doing it.
things. You all did wonderful and amazing things that have made significant impact.
Winks at dad. Yeah.
Lagos, responding specifically to Sterling, will mention to you. There's always a Wazy. There's always a Randall. There's always a Theo. He looks down to say further names.
Man, I'm gonna be real. I didn't remember half of you guys' names.
Yeah.
He looks down at his notes.
No, he looks down saying other names.
Oh.
There's always a Doki, a Ven, Tronavin, a Miriel, an Oswin. In every reality that is connected to this, these are all individuals of great power, of great influence. One that has always made an impact to the world that they're in. This one, in particular, the planet of Io, was about to be snuffed out by gods that were brought back here and revived by individuals known as Gub and Braun. Div and Void faced off eternally for decades until there was nothing left. The fallen heroes sacrificed themselves, becoming patrons of cities all around Aya. The floating continents is all that you see. But you're not from here. This world, this history makes no sense to you, does it? If you are said to have been pulled from here. Is that correct?
Yes. It's the same but different.
Tell me of your tale. May it be...
Where do you want us to start?
The battle. The result. How did your planet survive on? It may be the last thing that I hear.
Can I insight check him to see if he's sincere?
Yes. With a 28, I will tell you that he's genuinely sincere. But he is holding information back.
If you... After we tell you, would you tell us what you know?
He smiles. Even if I were meant to keep it, it seems we might actually be out of time. I would just like to know where you came from. If you are of the reality that I know so much about. The reality that I originated from. Answer truthfully, and I will tell you all you need to know.
Yes. Well, I imagine so. It was weird if we were not from the reality you're imagining, but we defeated the Div and Void in this very chapel. The latter half of the group you mentioned fighting the weaker Div, and the greater group fighting the Void. Defeating the greatest darkness there was.
This is slander.
But
You're also down a party member.
I can't hear any of this.
Keep chugging the roleplay along, bud.
And they ascended. All of them. In this very chapel, before the city rose into the sky. And the ground below evolved. Over hundreds of years.
Io survived.
Yes, I spent many a year wandering it. Not only did it survive, it thrived. All creation became greater.
And that arm that you have turns over to the turtle. It is
mine.
I have no interest in it.
You did before.
I have no interest in possessing it. Was it that of an ancient hero?
Yes. So I'm told.
He chuckles to himself. It seems more than likely that we are of the same reality. And the planet of Io keeps spinning.
Not surprising, where we come from, you're a dick.
He chuckles to himself. I see. Wait, how do you... Oh, yeah. Wait, how would you know about Lagos? Do you just say that in general, or...
Do we... I'm gonna get my characters confused. Do we not know about Lagos in Misdemeanor?
No.
Have we not
No?
-1.
Then I don't know. Look,
Yeah.
dude.
You got
I'll give you an out.
your character's mixed up. It's
This
fine.
is the RP police. You're going away for a long time.
Look, dude, that's a lot of information I carried.
No, it's good. It's good. It's fine.
Wait, did you just say planet spin?
Alright, continue.
Yeah, so he'll bypass that. I'm trying to remember what he says, but he'll continue to talk and mention. You see, there's actually very few realities where Io survives as long as you mention it. Usually it quickly dies out after the fallen heroes defeated. Usually with some sort of force of darkness and light that clash for humanity's survival. The result is always different. But Io, for the most part, never survives. But yours does. He grimaces a little bit. Well, you've been honest with me, so I shall be honest with you. He walks forward to the light. Specifically. I am Lagos.
What? You're so far away.
The voice does echo through the chamber. He will state, I am Lagos. I am an individual who has been engineered from an original Astari. Myself and my, I suppose, 7 brethren seek to end your planet for what your creators have done to me, to us, to our race, to our culture. He chuckles a little bit. I suppose there was a time where vengeance was vital to me, but I've been here for so long now that... well, I don't seem to care. He steps forward again. This phenomenon you see before you, it is called a black star. It was created when both Div and Void were outright destroyed. A cosmic event where everything and nothing all exists at one person. All time, space, and reality coincides here. And it's left this chapel suspended for I couldn't even tell you how long. Days, years, centuries? I've been here for quite some time. I came here because there was a source of power that I wanted to use to help destroy your planet. And I feel as if I had been moderately successful. It was only then that I saw a tear within the sky. I felt a connection to your world of Io. Tell me, he'll turn over. Has an event happened? Maybe a cosmic battle of significant influence? Some sort of judgment day or doomsday that has fallen upon your planet?
No, I don't believe so.
We defeated a baby.
If there was, I would have heard about it.
Yeah.
A baby? He'll question
Yes, we fought a
Zahani.
baby.
A purple baby.
Cosmicana.
What?
He smiles a little bit. So it seems one of my brothers did end up going through with that plan. Wasn't successful, I take it.
Depends what you mean by success. It was
Io
killed with a-
Io
it
still
left a scar.
stands?
Yes.
A scar? Almost like a... I keep seeing this vision. A tear of space. Stars. I suppose something like that must have happened too.
Kind of minor illusion closer to him. What it
Mhm.
looks like in the sky of Io around here.
Yes, I've dreamed of this. Well. Then I suppose it is my turn. He'll step forward, as you will see the star begin to ripple. You see, I knew the moment that I dispelled this, after studying it for countless periods of time, that if I were ever to close it, the illusion would end. Time would continue ticking on. I'm uncertain what it would mean of my fate. I'm almost certain that I would perish, as time would then catch up to me. I needed to know there was a way to get back. And that scar you mentioned might be just that way. And so, a number of hours ago, he turns around over to you. I cast a spell upon the star, essentially to close it. And it seems as a side effect it brought you here. He smirks a little bit. Do these names mean anything to you? Wazy, Oswin, any of these fallen heroes? Any dreams or memories? His eyes open up.
A dream that said Theo. I did not know what it meant.
Arm.
You've had flashes and memories of Theo, you mentioned?
I do not know about memories, but a voice spoke to me, and I did not know what it meant.
You'll look over to anyone else to see if they've heard a name or anything of that nature.
What nature?
If they heard, like, if they had dreams of, like, a name or an individual. Model, you specifically had a dream that mentioned Doki.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Alis,
Yeah.
Alis, you also had a flash of Wazy.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. Alis wouldn't know that that was Wazy's voice, though, because all it was a southern voice going, "Get up!" And that's all he heard.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that that was Wazy.
Yeah, would that dream have stood out from any other dream, really?
Mm-mm. It was darkness. All you heard the name was Doki.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't really put two and two together.
Doki!
He smiles a little bit. In Astari culture, we had, I suppose you describe as seers. Keepers of a great power known as the memory. It is how these great seers would pass knowledge and magical power upon their brethren. My father was once a keeper of the memory. Specifically, the memory of divinity, of light, of what you call in your culture div. The memory is never dispelled. It's never scattered. It just continues to pass on, and on, and on. And if there is no generation gap, it is then given to another. And that memory begins to split and scatter and spread. A deep magic that is said to be seated in individuals of no particular description, almost random at will. If I were to theorize, I would say each of you is affiliated with a fragment of this memory. I know for a fact the fallen heroes were. All of them had the memory within. You're hearing voices and dreams of someone familiar, and yet you've never met before. Then I am almost certain that you are keepers of the memory as well. All of you must be affiliated with those seers. Heck, I would even imagine that some of you may even be affiliated with the fallen heroes themselves. You just don't realize it yet. but you will. Do you see anything else?
No.
It is at that point you see the star from behind you begin to flicker in and out and begins to blink as it then lightly shatters, almost as if a broken pane of glass. As the star gives away, the color of inversion separates as room itself begins to revert back to its normal colors. You begin to see Lagos at that point begins to age rapidly as he looks down and stares at his husk of his former form. He looks up at you. I did my part. I did all that I can do. But now it is time. It is time for Io to perish, just as it has in all the other realities. If my civilization is to perish, then you all shall as well. You bastard creation of Aurora. And he begins to fall down onto his knees. Does anyone do anything?
You want pickle?
I bonk him on the head with my staff.
He's threatening us. Don't give him a pickle.
I bonk him on the head with my staff.
Little goblin man. If you like those your daggers, you should now.
Wait, what?
Go ahead, cut his throat.
I'm gonna look at.
As you
I don't know
bonk him on the
Patch's name,
head,
but-
as you bonk him on the head with the staff, I mean, it's no impact. It's literally as if you were hitting someone like an old man at that point, as the skull will
I figured
crack.
it wasn't like a real attack.
Yeah.
Poor guy's we got bonitis. Shatters
I'm
easily.
giving Patch's eyes and like, you ready? You ready? Let's go.
Bonk him on the head. So he's like dead.
Oh
Like,
no,
he's
he's dying. He's literally
My
deteriorating in
bonk
front of
wasn't
you.
enough.
I mean,
Don't make me bust this pinata, man.
Are you actively trying to kill him? I need to know before you
I
commit
gave him
to it.
one swift blow to the head to kill him.
Okay,
Because
so
I figured he was weak and frail, etc.
So your intention is to kill him.
He's doing
At
a
least
Walking
knock
Dead
him out.
Morgan.
At least knock him out. Just a swift hit to the back of the head, you know?
Okay.
Just, cartoonish bonk top of the head.
All right, your intention is to knock him unconscious. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, you knock him unconscious.
That was easy.
He no longer speaks any words.
I turn around to the party. Who was that guy?
It's not really important, is it? We still don't know how to get out of here. We don't know if that threat was real at all.
His body begins to actively age and deteriorate into dust. You can only assume at this point that he had been suspended here for probably thousands of years. As his husk completely dries up, his skeleton and bones close. He turns...
I didn't do that.
His body itself just deteriorates right in front of you.
I swear I only hit him with my stick.
Is it magic?
Does anyone do anything else at this point or say anything else?
Is there anything in the dust or is it just dust? Loot-wise.
I mean, if you're scanning through his body at this point in time,
I don't know
you
if
would
it
not
would
find
like
anything.
fade the dust and there's like a gem in the dust and you're like, oh, it's his soul stone or some bullshit. I don't know.
No, as you explore through the body itself, I mean, the clothes itself would completely deteriorate with the 1,000 years of age that he would have had suspended here.
Hey, Brett.
Yes.
He's dead, right? He just died?
Oh, he's like it turning into dust at this point. Yes.
Okay. Patches will hold out her hand, and you will see tendrils of whatever's this thing's soul materialize as like a necklace?
Tendrils on Lagos itself or something else?
I have something called
Phantom
Tokens of the
Roguing you.
Departed. So if
Mhm.
anything dies within 30 feet of me, I can
Ooh.
turn its soul into a trinket.
It's a soul coin.
Huh.
Holy shit.
You have gained a Lagos soul coin.
Oh
God
shit.
damn, dude. I'm gonna take note of that and kind of always stand away from bad shit.
As the body itself
I
deteriorates.
poke through the body with Sterling's dagger, searching for good.
You just see the body itself decimated. Nothing of value is left. Nothing is left at all except dust of an aged man.
No
Corpse.
clues.
Alis, you step forward. What are you doing?
I'm trying to like, I guess because I mean there was a thing here, right?
Mm-hmm.
To see if there's like residual magic from it or if it's gone.
As you detect magic, feel free to roll an Arcana check.
13. Man, my rolls have been very bang average tonight.
All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. The magical darkness dispels within the area as you are able to see the room clear. See if I can actually get this. Let me see if this works. Okay, good.
Whoa.
Whoa, eyes bright.
Oh, my eyes. Whew.
As
Classic, turning from dark mode to bright mode.
As it flashes over at that point in time, you would see the pillars themselves covered in a glass-like material as forms begin to be made present within the pillars. This chamber of the eight.
Oh. Unga.
Oh,
shit.
my heart.
Oh my god.
As you stare forward, you aren't looking at illusions or images, but bodies that are floating within there.
What?
As the magical darkness dispels, you'll see them floating there within these glass-like containers, uncertain of what he meant by his act had been done. Sterling, you walk over to one of them.
He puts his hand on the glass. Lazy?
Sterling, as you place your hand upon the glass, you will see at this point Wazy's eyes open.
Oh shit! Oh shit! No!
As everyone's eyes within the room begins to
Who
open,
the fuck is this?
you'll begin to see them all just filled with this violet-like power resembling the Cosma that the goblins had experienced before. All of them will begin to shift and teleport, except for one. And I will now roll to determine who that is.
Who is this?
It's Cronovan, I think.
Cronovan for sure.
Maybe?
Yeah, it's just
What am I looking at?
It's just crow feathers.
I can't. I thought it was like a yeti. I don't know what
Okay,
I'm
well,
looking at.
Cronovan's actual art was, I'm pretty
Him with
sure
the
it was
crow
just
head.
him
Yeah.
on a crow's body.
Yeah,
so I don't
that
know.
was him.
Yeah. So, with a 6, you will see all of them begin to teleport and shift. Except for one. As the glass as the glass container opens, the individual will step out, battle axe in hand.
Okay, that's actually kind of good because we can deal with the barbarian.
And ready to fight. I need everyone to roll initiative.
I don't mean to like diss Doki, but They were only like level 9. There's like 8 of
He's
us.
gonna
We're
throw
fine.
spices in our eyes and kill us, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna force feed us mystery.
Dude, he had a
spice.
jar where he just put every spice known to man in the same fucking jar.
The
and it is
allspice.
probably the deadliest weapon.
Super spice.
Wait, how do I roll initiative?
Well, the only reason why I'm
Okay,
saying
that's
that, we'll figure that out here in a second.
When you on your character sheet in the top right, there should be a tiny dice that says in it.
Make sure your token is also selected. Doki will stand out, holding on, bracing onto the axe. His eyes appear to be lifeless as he stares at each and every one of you. A power of Cosma emanating around him, but also another power, one of an inverted black and white, the same energy of the star that you saw within the room. Whoever this individual is, this fallen hero, he is not anymore, as he seeks to kill each and every one of you. And that is where we will wrap up today's session of the Chamber of the Eight.
Dude,
nuts.
Thank God
Time
it's
to
Friday.
kill Doki.
Like, it's gonna be a really easy fight.
It will
Man,
not
I
be.
forgot Sput was here.
He's obviously going to be fucking pumped up. Yeah, just to let you guys know, as one of my things, I can crush a token, and we can ask the soul inside any one question, and they have to answer.
Oh my god.
What? That's
We
fucking tight.
ask which of the characters he had a crush on the entire time. That's a good one to know.
So, I'm gonna give you some above table information right now.
Okay.
The fallen heroes. You will come to find out next session that these are not simulacrums or anything of that. These are actually the fallen heroes of Div and Void.
Is this like when did you ever play Castlevania Lords of Shadow?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In that game, the 3 like main heroes were so good that God brought them to heaven and left all their sins in their bodies, and then they became like the 3 lords of evil. Is it kind of like that?
Kind of.
So this is just fuck.
Kind of. Because you are all keepers of the memory, which I'm happy to do this lore drop for you. Each and every one of you is affiliated with a fallen hero, specifically the fallen hero that you have played with in the offline campaigns. Your memories is effectively a spirit or soul of a fallen hero. So, with that, the vessels are still alive, but they are, instead of their spirits and souls and memories, they are infused with Cosma energy and that of the Black Star, specifically memories of realities where the fallen heroes were actually the fallen villains of Io, making them nefarious, essentially intending to try and kill each and every one of you. The 7
we're in a different universe, right? We're in this is like an alternate reality.
That is correct. That is correct. But these fallen heroes are from your reality. The searing light took them here. They were never destroyed.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
They were
Dude, Sterling having a fucking bad day. This is gonna be his Joker moment.
I was just gonna say, poor fucking Sterling, dude. What?
all the fallen heroes are alive. And the 7 that teleported have shifted to Io, which I will then specifically ask you where they would go, because they would actually go over to an area that your characters would have desired to return back to if they had one more chance on Io. Yes?
Wait.
Doki got fucked.
So all of our characters get to come back
Except
to life,
for Doki.
except Doki.
Yeah.
Dude, I am so fucking ready to kill my own character. You don't even know.
So here's the next step.
Benji, you're the only one that gets closure, dude.
So,
Big Benji energy.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I also wanted to let you know before this fight begins. Because each of you have the memory of the fallen heroes, you all know where your respective fallen heroes are. Because the vessels are so strong after defeat, their hatred of the previous realities, the Cosma, as well as the Black Star, will leave those vessels. You are at that point free to impart your memory back onto that vessel. and that fallen hero is considered at that point immortal and will continue to live their lives out in Io. However, if you so decide to, because you would know exactly how your characters would respond, you are free to let them pass peacefully at that point in time. Ultimately,
Let them die, man.
The way you said
them
lets
die.
them go to Io feels like when your dog's dying and your mum
after
says
the
they're going to the
pasture,
farm.
They're going to grandma's house or whatever.
well, right.
Is Donkey alive, Brett?
No,
So-
Donkey's going to pass peacefully.
Well, it's ultimately, once you defeat a fallen hero, it is up to you. Essentially, bottom line is up to you whether they live or they pass.
If chat's not understanding, if we defeat them, we can put our memory back in them and revive them, or we can just let them die.
That is correct.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You said to choose like their area of influence or whatever.
Essentially, since each of you have a
I'm
fragment,
assuming they would become NPCs in IO, right?
Yeah.
They could
Just
be
like-
They could be NPCs. You can play them in a campaign if you so wish.
We
It
have
is-
enough level 11 immortals running around.
It is up to you. It'd be up to you at that point in time. If you let them live, they are able to continue their days as NPCs, and probably NPCs of great influence, because there's pantheons literally built of them around the world of Io. If you decide to continue to, if you let them pass, they will have their time to say goodbye to whoever may still be around at that point in time. But ultimately, it is up to you guys whether you want your fallen heroes to continue to live or to pass on because they are of a different time.
Someone in chat said Ron's about to have a real bad week.
Fuck up Braun is like a go. Dude, I'm so game.
I'm in, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not, of course, because I'm gonna die.
No.
I'll kill Ron a second time, dude. I'll fucking do it.
We already killed him once. Yeah, we fucked him up. Casted silence on his bitch
All
ass.
Braun does is lose. Anyway.
Well, just so I'm clear, in case I wasn't clear enough, Benji, once you defeat Doki as model, and as specifically Benji itself,
Benji itself.
Sorry, sorry. I apologize. It's I
like that actually. I really like that.
No, my mind is really
Benji
scattered.
is somewhat of an amalgamation, if we're honest.
My mind is really scattered. I apologize. So Benji, you would essentially decide if you would want Doki to pass on, as you believed he did during the final battle, or if you want Benji to continue to live as an immortal. That would be entirely up to you. Like
Hey, that
no one,
Benji?
no one
You
else.
need to be an
I'll
immortal.
think about it.
Yeah,
I'll think about it.
Yeah, no one else gets to make that choice at that point in time.
I want Doki to die, and I make that choice.
So
I'll take that
Sorry.
into consideration. Thank you, Grant.
Sorry.
But yeah, that is
World's not ready for the spice.
that is the Chamber of Eight. Essentially, it is the area that the fallen heroes shifted to after the final battle of Divin Void. After Divin Void was defeated, a Black Star was created. It pulled them into an alternate reality and suspended them for quite some time. It is something that I have been planning for a very fucking long time, so I hope the reveal was good. I hope you guys enjoyed that reveal.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is it a
The
good
Lagos boss fight was a little lame, but you know, it's good.
bonked him on the head. But are you all like I said, I know some of you guys have accepted your characters as deceased or dead, so to find out that they were actually still alive
I hold
the entire
a
time.
funeral, Brett.
Oh
Might
yeah,
be
it's easy.
sorry.
We just kill them at the end
An
of it.
IRL funeral.
Yeah.
There's one great thing to come from this, and that's
Yeah.
now Sterling has friends to tell other
No.
people that he was there.
Oh
He still
my
doesn't
Hey,
have
God.
not,
friends.
your group, not Friday group. No one cares about that story.
Oh, here we go.
But
You know how
I feel
much
like-
better we were, dude? It was actually stupid.
But
I feel like it's worth noting the two
Yeah.
groups really didn't interact that much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We had like one crossover
Mostly out of
session, I think. Like
character,
our
yeah.
I broke
characters did not,
Cronovan's
like-
finger. That's all I remember.
That's true. Yep.
I don't remember
I
that.
left notes for Wazy.
Yeah. Oh, we traded notes.
Honestly,
and
you
Mhm.
were like the only characters that interacted cross
Well,
party.
well, they were
Yeah.
friends beforehand, weren't they? Or something?
He was
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
father
Kind of.
figure.
Story.
You
Oh.
reckon were twins of Divin Void?
Yep. So
Doki being the bad guy
Everyone's
makes sense
saying-
considering he fucked over those fucking that beautiful
Bree was a
animal. What was it called?
princess.
Yep.
Still am. Thank
but
you.
yeah, Joe, to answer your
Those days are behind
question,
you.
to answer your question, since you were there at the final battle against Divin Void, you were able to be pulled alongside here to the Chamber of Eight as well, because that has that's left a mark on you. That essentially left an impact. So as
Because you
long as
recently said you said Sterling was immortal recently.
that is
So
correct,
does he-
Sterling is immortal.
What?
So he takes on some of their powers. Well, shit, yeah, I got immortal buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but define
Oh.
immortal.
Only immortal
Like,
buddy
we
right
don't
now is
age, but
Braun.
we can die in combat. Like,
Wait, what were you asking, Strippin?
No. I think
is
it's
immortal
I think
like
it's
you don't
die
age,
by
but you can die in combat?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't die of old
Don't die
age.
but yeah.
Yeah. You don't die of old age, but you can die in combat. That is correct. There are a few immortals in the world of IO. Sterling is one of them. Braun is one of them. And that is typically a cosmic event of significant impact happened to your person, and because of that, you effectively become immortal. Technically, Patches is immortal for
Yeah.
because
What?
yeah. Well, look at Patches. Look at Patches.
Wait.
Yeah.
What about our other characters? Are they still bouncing around?
Oh yeah, you're
What other
still
characters?
you're still. Are you talking about your main characters in IO?
No. The
Secondary.
ones we did.
Sky
offline.
ship, that one,
Yep.
yeah. Sput
Yeah.
is right
Where is
here.
he right now?
He was from that
Oh
campaign.
wait! Oh no!
Oh yeah, your previous
yeah.
characters are still around IO. Absolutely, doing whatever their adventures would be. The same thing I told Strippin. If you were to ask or talk anything about the fact that you came from Atlas, you would have been dismissed very quickly because Atlas has been destroyed. So anytime you're like, but we're there, you can just go up there. You can fly up there. You'll do that. Anyone that even would investigate the area itself would not find any signs of Atlas. That Atlas had effectively been completely destroyed, and anyone that kind of essentially investigates the area itself. But that also goes into the fact that alternate realities are in play here. Also, the reason why there were two different groups doing the same campaign when we did that second offline campaign.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just people from different alternate realities of IO, specifically the one where there was no IO, just floating landmasses, the remnants of IO specifically. So there's definitely alternate realities in play here as well. But is this a good reveal for your previous offline characters? No hard feelings or anything like that. Like
What
this
should
was
we
a good
say?
story
No.
element. Yeah.
No,
Well,
it
we'll
was
see.
not a good experience. I hate
next
it.
Week.
Mm-hmm.
Depends
You're
how
telling
it turns
me you're telling me Wazy can come back to life kicking and screaming like the bad bitch she is? Hell yeah.
Isn't she fucking grandma?
Yeah, she
Yep.
is.
Grandma, yeah.
She's old as fuck.
But
Yeah.
if you bring her back, she would still remain as an immortal. So she would just be an old hobgoblin.
that
at
sucks
that
to be
point.
let's be immortalized when you're old.
Mhm.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah, you
We
basically
have a
know,
cute
energy,
no.
dude.
You guys misunderstand how much Dukes wants to be a grandma. Like,
Specifically, a
Brett.
badass grandma. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now. Is my butler still alive?
Your butler has been dead for a very long time.
Yeah, but-
Oh my god, I forgot about
Toby
him.
and
Okay,
can we
Brett.
make it Chamber of the Nine and bring Toby back?
Toby has been dead for a very
Toby,
long
we killed
time.
Toby. Remember at a boss fight?
Is our
We did
keep
that.
still there? The keep that we had
Our
built from
keep is our
Gunpowder.
keep.
You're gonna.
We spent a lot of money on
No.
Yes,
Sput. Where do
Sput.
you think they found Sterling?
Oh God! You've just been living here.
Yeah, the keep's still
Sterling
there.
was petrified as a statue in the old keep.
Miss,
Oh my God!
he used basilisk poison and turned himself to stone. That's how
Yeah,
he stayed alive.
the crew of the Misdemeanor actually went over to Gub Keep in a session.
We found
Do you know
it.
what? Do you know what's fucked? Sterling turned himself to stone, but was immortal the entire time. He didn't need to
But
do it.
he didn't know.
He had no
He
idea.
didn't know, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Not his fault.
You know a lot of things.
There's something ironic about that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where they found Sterling and took him and brought him back. So there is a void maw that's just kind of camped out there in front
Bet
of the
they didn't
keep.
find the secret treasure room we made.
Oh, they found it.
No!
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Find the secret treasure.
Shane, when I came back, they were wearing all my loot.
It's true. We took all his shit.
They're
That
like,
is
"Oh, do you want
true.
it back?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, they were all wearing like Sterling shit. So it was great. It was wonderful. So yeah, this was a scene I was ready for. But effectively, as far as meta stuff goes, that is the knowledge. Those are the choices that you have. They are all completely optional. In fact, all of them would just simply return back to the location that they so wish desire to be with. And that is ultimately up to you guys. You'd have to answer the question, where would your characters have returned to if they were like, man, if there's one more place I wanted to go before I died, it would be here. That is effectively where you'd be able to find them. All of the fallen heroes are effectively optional super bosses of IO. So all you have to do is gather a party, specifically one that would know where it is. And
Wait.
Yeah, go on.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
We've just unleashed like this 7 boss plague across the world.
Yep.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Now, are they inherently destructive?
That is
Like, are
something
they bad or do they just have a goal?
That's something you're going to have to discover for yourself at this point.
Uh-oh.
Well, okay,
Wait,
for like me, I'd be like, Osman wants to go read books. So he'd go to like a library. Would he go and like kill the village around the library? And he'd just like go to the library? Like,
you would probably
like, does he nuke the city of Atlas and then walk into the library? Or does he just go read books? Like,
you don't know. You're going to have to investigate that on
Okie
your
dokie.
own. Yeah.
I know exactly where Theo is. He's at the top of the Empire State Building in monkey form.
Monkey.
Monkey form, yeah.
My original monkey boy.
You've had 2 monkey characters now.
Yeah.
But
Here's the thing you're gonna learn: polymorphing into a monkey, not that unique.
I mean,
I like it.
there's literally
Not
like
an
3
IO.
of them. Yeah, an IO. There's literally 3
I
of
have
them.
polymorph on Qua as well.
We got attacked by those fucking trees, and the only thing that saved us was ape mode.
Everyone turns into a monkey. They always look at me too. They go, "Hey DM, I'm transforming into an ape now. I bet you're not ready for this."
Efficient creature.
Yeah. If there's
You've never seen this before, have you, Brett?
Yeah, exactly.
Statistic.
If there's 2 specific things I know, it's the fact that mages will always turn into apes. And a mage will always attempt to banish something and then look at me and be like, I bet you weren't ready for this.
Why do they turn into apes though?
It's got the best stat arrangement.
It's the best combat stats.
It's the second best.
T-Rex is better.
beast.
For
Yeah. But everyone always
T-Rex is
feels like
cool.
turning into a T-Rex is like too meta, whereas everyone knows an ape, you know?
No,
Sure.
I think Lawman.
Isn't that a giant gorilla?
Yeah, well, that was
Yeah.
giant ape. Yeah, I think Lawman specifically mentioned that turning into a T-Rex was more like AOE
Or
advantageous.
cleaving or multiple
Well, you can't
bites
climb
and
as a
shit.
T-Rex either.
It
wouldn't help out in the tree
it's bigger
fight.
damage. It's just also you have to act in the nature of the creature, and a T-Rex is going to eat people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas an
I
ape
think
is smart
apes are a
enough.
little smart.
Yeah.
Basically, ape's the meta polymorph, so that's why it comes up so often.
Because funny gorilla go haha. I don't think we did it for a stat reason.
Harambe, haha. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
But yes, hold on one second. God, Joe, I saw the art that you posted specifically. God damn it. Yeah, because we are wrapping up. But yeah, congratulations. Your previous characters are now super bosses of IO that are completely optional, and you're free to take a party of your choosing to go face off with. The only thing is you'll have to just give me a week just to be like, next session I want to do this, or if there's a specific date. Effectively, the way I handle super bosses is you can grab whoever you know and be like, we're gonna go fight this thing right now. We're gonna go off, we're gonna go ahead and fight this thing. And then I set up a session for that, and the entire session will be that at that point in time, effectively a giant fight against a super boss, in which case will be your previous characters. Yeah, should be good, should be fun. But the next session will be the fight against Doki specifically. So after that, we will wrap up the Chamber of 8 at that point. They're all extremely difficult, so it is very possible.
Banish them, dude.
You can for 1 minute. And then he comes back angry. But yeah, that's today's session. Did you guys have fun today? Was it a good time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Super.
Hell
Alright.
yeah.
Good. Awesome. I'm glad you all enjoyed yourself. I will very quickly fucking this goddamn fan art that you posted. Jesus Christ, Joe. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it now. With the fucking model. Display capture. Bam. Well, bam. My poor guard. I can't believe you broke my guard's mind. How dare you?
Oh. Wait, what? Oh.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Hey, I primed him. Everyone else looked at the monastery. I just did it early.
Yeah, and now his mind is just forever shattered. Well,
we'll see.
Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next Thursday for the finale of Chamber of the Eight. And we will...
Sorry, we're just killing all of our secondary characters in the world of IO.
We're rolling our characters off, by the way.
I can't
So you mentioned all of our characters from the secondary offline campaign are alive, and Doctors went, hey, you want to do a coin flip if we live or die? And everyone died. Everybody's dead.
Oh my god, why are you killing
yeah,
off your...
Marlowe's dead.
I rolled a 2. That's dead, yeah.
You're just killing off your...
Romeo dead.
Yeah.
I can't die.
Yeah, you can't play this game. I'm sorry, honey.
I mean, he could.
Yeah, you could die here.
You could definitely die.
Hold on.
might get you.
I have to read this. Guys, who else wants to flip a coin and see if our secondary offline characters are still alive? Unbelievable. I can't believe Dodger just walked in and was like, hey guys, so you want to decide your fate with
just
a coin
Death
flip?
Gamble walks in. Who wants to kill characters? All right, let's start shooting people.
I got a game.
Russian
Puts down a
roulette with all the
6-shooter.
Brett's like, oh, I've got all these cool characters to like integrate into my future stories, and then like literally within 5 minutes we killed off 7.
I mean, you're. I mean, it's your characters. You are.
How did they die?
Free.
They old age. They fell. I don't know.
Literally, all that Poe did in that campaign was eat shit she wasn't supposed to. She's super dead.
Oh, Poe.
Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
Well, thank you guys so much. We will be back Thursday with the big giant Doki boss fight. Good luck.
Yeah, we'll get that done lickety split.
You'll never guess what my first move is gonna be.
I can guess.
Turn into giant fish.
What my first move's gonna be.
Yes, big guess.
How many monkeys can we fit on this board?
I can make one of you a monkey as well.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I will see you all the next time. I'll see you guys next week. Yeah.
Okay,
Have a good one,
All right,
guys.
bye.
Thanks
Bye.
again.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
How'd you guys? Hello, everyone. How'd y'all enjoy the session? Good session. Good session. Did you guys enjoy that? Enjoy the reveals? Absolutely. All the monkeys. Big monkey. Great. I love seeing the offline campaign stuff. That was incredible. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being a part of that. Really cool to see all these new old characters. Yeah. Maybe height log us even more. Yep. Yep. If you'd like to go and support the world of IO, head on over to our Patreon. We've got tiers specifically for MP3 tiers for level 5. We've got maps for level 10. And the Game Master notes for level 20. Specifically, we have notes themselves. There we go. I was gonna say I didn't know who any of these characters were, but then I forgot that no one in chat knows too. Yeah, all the characters, for those that didn't know, were the offline character campaigns. Effectively, all of them that were playing, that was their offline characters. All my homies and me hate Lagos. And the Fallen Heroes. Effectively, the Fallen Heroes have become villains of IO. Optional villains, but villains nonetheless, as they are the bioweapons that are now going to be attacking IO. We'll have to go ahead and see what happens in the future. I definitely don't want to do a future thing at that point in time. So, consider supporting the Patreon. You can donate a number of levels. Let me go ahead and actually thank all of our level... Whoopam. All of our level 50 and above. There we go. Thank you very much to Why Not Gemology, Baker Staunch, Lilbur Panda, Twishing Pickle, Starter Pack, Last Note, Eagle Wolf, Germs B, Wiry Traveler, Con Air on DV. Thank you so much for being for being big sponsors. I really do appreciate you guys very much, and consider that. If you'd like to go ahead and join our D&D Discord, head over to the IO Discord, discord.gg/all of that. You can also, if this is your first time watching a IO campaign, welcome. You can catch up with all the IO campaigns over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/World of IO. And also be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/World of twitter.com/BrettUltimus. Big shout out again. Last month we got to 10,000 followers and really do appreciate that. No, Dodger! I can't believe Dodger walked in with a loaded gun and said, who wants to play Russian roulette? And then I couldn't believe that everyone grabbed the gun and said, this looks like fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Everyone grabbed the gun. It was amazing. Oh my god. So, but yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. That was a session I was extremely nervous about, but I think it went over pretty well. So I'm super stoked and excited, exactly of what everything would be doing at this point in time. So I'll be messaging everyone where they think everyone would do well, yeah, we'll continue on from there. Next D&D session. When is the next D&D session? Shit, when is the next D&D session? Next D&D session is Chamber of 8 next Thursday. I don't think I have any other D&D. Holy shit. Yeah, look at that. I actually have a week. Scratch his head. Might do some D&D work. When's the Nova Hellscape? That will be taking place July 5th. Not next Monday. Yo! Well, no goblins because Chamber of the 8. Radiance is until I get everyone's A-okay with Radiance, I need a couple of weeks. Monday is Nova. Misdemeanor, we're not doing it this Saturday, so it'll be next there. Dreamscape, I'm thinking about getting a Dreamscape group together. I have to see who's available. But I would love to do a Dreamscape session. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Get a bunch of people's old characters and have them go through a random dungeon. I'm gonna see if I can get that together. If I can, maybe we'll go ahead and do it. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's it for now. Guys, thank you so much. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope it was a fun time. Woo! Appreciate it all very, 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 very much. I'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll stream something. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Before I go, let me thank all the subs. Shit. I'm so sorry. Let me thank everybody for those that subscribed. My mind is so frazzled right now. Blood Plasma King, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 3 months. And Master 24, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 4 months. Samuel the MDS, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 22 months. Pauligan, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 7 months. Baker Staunch, thank you for gifting a sub to Gmart. Harper, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 33 months. PG Wipeout, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 11 months. Javi, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 4 months. Strippin, resubscriber for 26 months. God, I can't believe it's been that long already. Lee Te Rio, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Wicked Knight, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 17 months. Starter Pack, thank you for gifting a sub to the patron of the Warps. Skeleton Jr., thank you for the 400 bits. Patron of the Warps, thank you for the 200 bits. Flame Rex 13, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 2 months. To be a shade, thank you for the tier 1 sub for tier 3 sub for 8 months. Hot damn. Goblin Junkbot, thank you for the gifting a tier 1 sub to Minnie Lily. Baker, thank you for the 5 gifted community subs. That's it for now. Thank you for all the sub love. I'll be back tomorrow with a stream of some kind, more than likely. Tomorrow actually might be a sponsored stream. I totally forgot about it. We might be doing a worm stream. We'll probably do a big old worm stream, which means we'll play Noida and we'll play a sponsored game. I'm just waiting for that follow through to see if that's happening. Otherwise, we'll probably be playing 14. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.